Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome. It's Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com, live from the BMW of Atlantic City studios. BMW of Atlantic City, we're off exit 17 of the Parkway. Find them online, BMWofAtlanticCity.com. Every Sunday, we're brought to you by our certified public accountant. Make them yours, Gibson Mayer LLC. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgozzo, Brian Wilson, Danny Basins. Did I get it right, Danny?
Absolutely.
Nice. Welcome to Agree Disagree, brother.
Thank
Pleasure
you,
to have you.
Great
Rob
to be here.
Povey on the ones and twos. We'll be answering all your questions as well. But later on, little college football playoffs. We'll go through the bowl games, the four majors, obviously, and we'll tell you who's left standing on the national championship podium at the end of the college football season. There's a lot of big games, dude. I really like the four that are in. It should be exciting. Talk about that later on in the show. Our picks against the spread for the degenerates out there. Make you a couple dollars for Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas from us to you, and this is what we do for you. This is what we do.
Ho,
okay?
ho,
glitter,
ho.
Glitter and bills. Glitter and bills.
Hasn't been a good bowl game yet, so
We'll talk about what teams in the NFC, in terms of the Eagles, do we fear the most, and we'll rank them a 1 out of 5. 5 being, hey, we really fear them. 1, hey, we don't fear nobody. We'll get into that later on in the show as well. And how do you feel about the Eagles having 2 weeks off possibly after they win the Monday night against the Raiders? So we'll get into that later on too. Do you like 2 weeks off? Would you rather them play against Dallas if they win Monday night? We'll go over all that, the resting of players, how that usually benefits teams or hurts teams when playoff time comes. We'll go over that later on in the show. Obviously break down everything Eagles, Raiders throughout the show, player of the game, score predictions, offense, defense, player of the games, key matchups, everything and anything. And our poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. Will the Eagles beat the Raiders on Christmas night? Real easy. Yes, no? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. We'll be answering all your questions on the chats as well on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, everywhere. And Sticks wants to know, is that Mike Wildings? No, that's Danny. It's Danny. It's not Mike Wildings. See Mike Wildings at where do you see Mike Wildings at?
Sticks, what up, buddy?
Sixers games?
Anywhere.
Sixers games?
Sixers games, definitely.
Sixers games.
Yeah.
Ralphie D, what's up, boys? But right to the poll. Right to the poll. Will the Eagles win
Christmas
on Christmas night? I know it's a blackout, but is it a white Merry Christmas for us?
I'll hop in. Well,
good to have you.
Last week I wrongly predicted that they were going to blow the Giants out. Still got the win. I'll take that, but I'm gonna double down. Okay, this game has blowout written all over it. It should, and I mean, I know our defense has not been performing well, but we're back home. I think we play better at home on defense. I expect us to shut them down, and I expect Nick to throw the ball well. I'm looking at a lopsided score. I'm not going to say 44-6 again,
Well,
but I'll say
score and your player of the game for a minute.
But I just think if you look at the matchup, first off, by the time the game starts, the Raiders more than likely will be eliminated from the playoffs. I think they need 3 teams to lose today, right?
Yeah, they're pretty much done.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I thought they were done in week 4.
Yeah, I mean, they're 6 and
4.
8. They are
You're being
fucking done.
generous.
They're done already, but somehow they still have life because the AFC West stinks.
Rhythmically. They were still in it.
Yes. I was told there'd be no math, but I mean, so by the time the game starts tomorrow night, the Raiders will likely be eliminated from the playoff, which means they're traveling cross country to play on Christmas in a game that means nothing for them. That's a total. If you're a degenerate, that's a red flag of a team that doesn't show the fuck up. But it is national television, so maybe that's the only thing they got going for them. But I just don't see them matching up well because I don't think they're going to be able to run on us. Okay, maybe Crabtree could catch a few, but is Cooper playing? He might play, I heard. I don't know. But he hasn't played for weeks, so I don't expect him to be up to speed.
He was bad all year.
Listen,
Yeah,
they can't stop me or you defensively.
No,
I mean,
no one. Their secondary is really weak.
32 rank pass defense. You look at one thing that can win them a football game on the defensive side of the football, and it's Khalil Mack. And if Khalil Mack can get to the quarterback, then they have a chance. But guess what? He really hasn't got to the quarterback all that well this year, even though when we were at a fantasy draft, people wanted to crown son of a bitches and say, that's the top 5 defensive player in the league. That's the best defensive player in the league. What do me and you say?
He might be top 5 defensive player in the league, but
I don't go there.
He is.
their secondary is really weak, though. Like, really weak.
But both play a part in that. Getting to the quarterback and secondary go hand in hand. Not that they're secondary.
I'd like to see us get to the quarterback more this week.
I think he's had a down year compared to what he should be. That's all I'm saying about him.
Well, he had an astronomical year last year.
I know, but that's another reason why they were a playoff team last year, and another reason why their defense got them into the dance last year. Their defense wasn't this bad last year.
Plus, Derek Carr hasn't looked the same.
No, that's part of it too. But both. But you can look at both.
That's where I was going. I mean, I understand it. Everything.
And he's fumbling through the end zone last week.
There's plenty of things that go on. They find new ways to lose every week. But Derek Carr's been horseshit. And last week was a microcosm of their season. The dude leaps from the 20. Like, what are you doing?
You got the first down already.
You got the first down. You're in field goal range. Then you can take another shot. Guy leaps.
I remember my dad saying
from Collingswood.
My dad goes, does he realize the game's not over? Like when he
it wasn't fourth down.
Yeah, he's like, did he realize he just got a first down? Like, what are you doing? Then go to you next. The guest. We'll go to the guest because it's Christmas and it's the season of giving. And me and Sweeps will wait. Do they win Christmas night?
Oh, without a doubt. You look at this game for Oakland, Tom. First of all, coming across the West Coast for a team like that, it's never easy for them to make that journey and perform at the level that they're used to. And second, again, Raiders most likely eliminated by the end of today. And on top of all that, you look, they just lost their left tackle, Donald Penn, for the remainder of the season. So
fighting with fans, is that what the injury was? I don't.
So on top of all that, plus the Eagles, they're going to be locked in on this game. They know what this means for them. Like, just to put things away, get essentially an extra bye week next week against the Dallas Cowboys where they don't have to worry about anything significant. Just lock this thing up right now. Win home field. Check it off your list. Good to go. Like, this is a game that has the Eagles written all over it. No,
it does. I agree. Sweepsy?
Yeah, it's birds, and more birds. I mean, so they touched on everything that we know. It's the NFL, and like I said, the only thing that could make it close is it's Christmas night, but there shouldn't be a letdown from the Birds. They know what they're still playing for.
No, it should be. We should come out fired up.
They know what they have in front of them, and I want to throw this out to my boys here because I'm having some debates with other people, and not debates. It's just we bust chops and stuff. And you had mentioned it in your one. The first thing you said was they play better at home. To me, is that a sign of a fraudulent defense? What is that though? Because I understand.
Who plays better?
The Eagles.
Okay.
I understand it's true. You understand, and facts are facts. But To me, is that fraudulent? Like,
Feed off
I
the
don't want to
energy.
play.
It's a little fraudulent.
I understand the crowd is delicious and you get fired up, but like, there's no reason to go on the road and look like Audubon JV.
No, and I'm tired of excuses too. I'm tired of excuses for the defense side of the football. Like, oh, well, it's tough to play three road games in a row. They were getting lit up the first road game, and the second road game, and the third road game. So hold on, because this is the thing. Jim Schwartz has got to pass in this city because of bravado. Okay? I don't give a fuck about bravado. I care about how your defense gets it done as the season progresses. You shouldn't be getting worse year in, year out under Jim Schwartz with this defense, because what's trending every year with our defense? It goes from here, where you can call them a top 10 caliber defense, and every year, and it doesn't even matter, and it doesn't even matter who the D coordinator was before Jim Schwartz. It's all the same. What does the defense do? Starts out the top, and as the season goes, it gradually gets worse. And I know I bitched and moaned about this on Wednesday.
No, that's been
injuries
an
a
issue.
little bit.
No, but I'm going to bitch and moan about it again.
For 3 years, it was because of Chip.
Yes, stop
But now
moving.
there should be no excuse.
Stop moving your Pro Bowl goddamn safety. That's facts. Leave him where he's a Pro Bowler at. He can't cover me or you one-on-one in this league. And it's not a shot at Malcolm. It's who he is. He didn't get voted.
It's a fucking shot at Malcolm.
He didn't get voted as – maybe I read it wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Pro Bowl ballot I read said Pro Bowl safety.
Didn't say slot corner.
Not nickel guy. Not nickel guy. So stop hurting two positions for one. I understand we don't have a middle linebacker. I understand you're trying to fix two positions, but fix one position, but you're hurting two by trying to fix one. And he didn't learn this lesson last year, and he's right back into it again this year. And Jim Schwartz, you're not keeping us from Broad, because that's what you're about to do.
You don't even need to watch.
Get off.
You don't even need to watch. You don't even need to watch tape on the fucking Giants game. As soon as Patrick Robinson left the game, they threw slant after slant to Sterling Shepard, and he was just beating Malcolm off the line every play. So he just can't play. I know he came in the league as a corner. The reason they moved him to safety because he couldn't fucking cover anybody.
Yeah.
That's just fact.
Now, Mike.
I mean,
now
the Pro Bowl's a joke, but that's his position.
Jason Kelsey didn't get the Pro Bowl.
You know,
I'm not saying Pro
I'm not
Bowl's
taking
like
anything from him.
worthy or not. I'm just saying.
For me, Harrison Smith got Jones, but it should be Smith and Jenkins for the records. Just for the records, Landon Collins is a flat-out pimp. I'm coming off the rails just for a second, folks. All right, Landon Collins is a flat-out pimp, but not on a 2-13 team. I don't want to hear it. Right, Harrison Smith, delicious. All right, just had to get that out there.
Harrison Smith might be the best safety.
No, but listen, this whole season it's been Doug with a side of Doug. And nobody talked about Jim Schwartz and the defense going south. Okay? You can't just be a good defense when you get a lead, right? You can't just – and Crum says, well, they didn't get lit up in Seattle. They didn't play well in Seattle. No. And Crum, I agree with you on the scoreboard. They didn't necessarily get lit up. They got lit up in Seattle. Russell Wilson made that front eight look like his bitch that Sunday. Okay? That's facts. A lot of money is tied into your front four. So I'm going to continue talking about the guy who's on our thumbnail, okay, and the guy who the highest paid player on this football team. It ain't Carson Wentz. It's Fletcher Cox, okay? And when Wentz went down, what do we all look at and say, there's a certain man, 91, who needs to step up. And now, no better time than ever, because you're the leader of that defense, Fletcher Cox. You're the $100 million man. Now it's time to act like it.
Who played better in Seattle, Eagles or the Rams? Right? It's two different games, and I'm not even talking offensively. I'm talking about defensively. They're shut out to a garbage touchdown at the end. I mean, that's 44 rock right there. So they got to take some responsibility. I understand it might have not, statistically it didn't look like they got lit up there, but they didn't play well there, Cromie.
No, not at all. And
you're better than that, right? Take the homework glasses off, brother.
You know what?
It's real time. It's time to get real, Cromie.
You're talking about, we're going to do it later, about the teams that you're nervous about, but I don't want to see the fucking Rams. I'll tell you that. Rams are good. And the Rams just run the ball against us. They beat us. They stopped running Gurley. I don't know why.
So back to
then they run them against Seattle and bury them.
Back to who wins, Sweeps. Who wins tomorrow night?
It's the Eagles. And we're looking for I'm looking for a lopsided game too. I don't think it's even lopsided. I don't think it's even close.
I'm going Birds, and to our poll question. And two, what we were just talking about defensively, I need to see a great defensive performance on Monday night. And I think it will relax a lot of us around here, and it's what we need. You cannot continue to get carved up, and I don't care who you're playing, what they're playing for, or what they're not playing for. It's excuse-driven right now on the defense side of the football, and I'm tired of excuses. I'm tired of being shifted back to we're a problem as a fan base because we watch you get carved up on Sunday, but we can't say nothing about it. That's ridiculous. You're a pro athlete. We essentially, and I hate to use the narrative, we pay your salaries, but we do. It doesn't give us a right to be, let's say, disrespectful about it, but it gives us a right to have an opinion.
Say whatever you want.
We're allowed to say that. Hey, you
say whatever the fuck you want.
Ron
you pay
Darby.
me $5 million. Everyone that I walk past can call me a piece of shit. I don't care.
Yeah. Tuck your ears in, Ron, and thicken that skin up, bro. That's just the way
I mean,
it
he
goes,
got torched. He better come out and have a better day because he got torched against the Giants.
No, he did. Michael Barry, Dallas will lose today. We love that. Michael Crone, Merry Christmas Eve, fellas. Merry Christmas, Crone.
Merry Christmas, Cromer.
Catch him on Birds of the Feather.
Do we want
And
Dallas
lazy
to lose
booking.
today? Do we want Dallas
Hold
to
on,
lose
let me get
today?
through these. Hold that for 1 sec.
Because basically that's an elimination game, Dallas-Seattle.
Crone says the Birds should play their starters for at least a half, and I think he's talking about next week after they clinch. So we'll talk about
If Dallas is going for the playoffs, play them the whole game and fucking knock them out.
Stixie wants to know who the new guy is. It's Danny. Now you know, Jay. I thought you said you'd be in the shower for an hour because I told the boys like, hey, we're going live, and Jay's like, I'll be in the shower, and I said for 2 hours, Jay. You're getting in the shower for 2 hours, trying to big time us.
That's some me time right there, Sticks.
Save
that, bro. Save it.
That's avoiding kids. I think that's what that is.
Save it.
Lenny says, Merry Christmas, fellas. Shitter's full.
Big
Love
Len.
El Rock.
Merry Christmas, brother.
Peak
Ralphie
season's
D.
over.
I was just going to say, bang up job by you.
Praise the Lord.
But bang up job by you and Wilson and the rest of those guys in Brown. That's a brutal season. So
Yeah, it's a rough one.
tip of the cap to you, fella.
It's over.
A tip of the cap to you, my friend.
Ralphie D. What's up? What's up, boys? What up, Ralphie?
Ralphie, Lakers suck.
Lenny says, Nicky Six owns the Raiders. Literally put him in the Hall of Fame.
Ooh, yeah, 7 TDs. That's right. Little lube from last time, yeah. Little leftover lube from last time.
That was in Oakland, too. Maybe we throw a 10 spot. Tom won't like a 10 spot, I'll tell you that. No, he won't.
I'm fine with this. Sean Hayes, what's up, boys? Finally, some words of wisdom. What up, Hazy? Merry Christmas. Crone, we should win this game unless the secondary takes another massive dump. I can see this being a trap. They have a really good wide receiver core. Well,
Do they?
I don't
Do
think
they, though, Crum? Seriously. Crabtree's good. Amari Cooper's been shit all fucking year.
Yeah, the third and fourth guys have had nothing but drops all year.
And drops
too.
all year. Yeah, well, Andre, what's his name?
Holmes.
Andre Holmes can't catch anything.
Holton.
He couldn't catch a cold. So, yeah, I don't think I think their receiving core is vastly overrated. Jared Cook's been overrated his whole fucking career. Everywhere he goes, like, this guy's a matchup nightmare. Is he? Why is he on a different team every year?
Yeah, he made a lot of money from Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
catch this past year.
And the what's the song that goes with every Rodgers score? Was it Mariah Carey? Is that the song that they put behind it? You know what I'm talking about?
Celine Dion?
Oh, Celine Dion, yeah. yeah. Well, Celine Dion and Aaron Rodgers got Jared Cook paid. Got it paid. You're welcome. Thanks, Celine, while you're at it, too. Rob Brinkman, the Panthers and the Vikings both have better defenses than Philly. And, Rob, right now, you're right. You would have asked me this 4 weeks ago, I would have told you no. But that's how quick things change in 3 weeks.
Listen, they do, but also they're going to have to come to Philly. So, tough playing on the road.
Penny.
Tough playing on the road.
much rather be home.
What up, Penn Daddy? Merry Christmas.
What up, Penny?
Penny, Merry Christmas, brother.
Raiders are a joke of an organization. Players are selfish, and I believe that they quit on Carr with that whole kneeling during the anthem
Yes,
situation.
they did, Penn. I was going to bring that up.
Everybody will go
As soon as they
sleep.
sign Beast Mode, Penny, you're spot on, buddy. I mean, dude's a cancer. I mean, I know they won in Seattle, but I mean, come on, dude. He just he came out of retirement, and for that reason, so he can take a knee or do whatever he wanted to do, and he's a problem. He's an issue.
Well, shove a ref, too.
That game that he's talking about, though, was the Redskins game where they got absolutely obliterated. Remember that? Like Monday night or whatever? Sunday night? Might have been a Sunday night. I'm not sure. But the whole O-line took a knee, and Carr didn't, and then they didn't block anybody the whole game. And Redskins buried them.
Well, this goes back to Jack Del Rio talking about.
That's not a good sign.
Jack Del Rio all season talking about the culture isn't what it was last year. Well, there you go. There
You're
you go.
still driving the train, buddy.
What?
You're in charge of the culture. You have the culture button. Like your thumb is on it. Like, you control that.
Leader of the culture club over there.
Culture button.
You are the Boy George of football.
Yes.
Culture
of the Raiders.
Culture trust circle
Jack
here.
Del Rio equals Boy George.
Shaquan Gitters, what up, Shaquan? Do you think Case Keenum is an overrated QB? No. I think he does enough to get it done. He doesn't turn the football over. He's got enough mobility. He's got enough of an arm. He's smart back there.
He's got a receiving core.
And he's got a great receiving core.
He's having a very, very, very good season. He's still a backup in this league. That's just,
I don't know if he's a backup.
Well,
I think
because
he
of
can
the last
start.
10. I'm sorry. I rephrase that because the last 10 or 12 are atrocious. We say that every year. You're right. So that's why people think Foles can be a starter because the last 10 or 12 teams are atrocious. So you're right. But that's all it'll ever be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If everybody, if there was 30 guys that just did their job
I'd take him over Mariota.
Successfully, they'd be a backup guy.
I'd take him over Mariota.
You wouldn't get an argument there.
Mariota stinks.
He does.
Where you take Carr over Mariota? Is that what you said?
I'll take I'll take Case Keenum over
Oh,
Mariota.
Keenum. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I think Keenum's played really well.
Yeah.
And, I know they were talking on the telecast last night, well, Bradford's going to be back by the playoffs. And blah, blah, blah. Stop it.
Bradford.
Would you stop it? I'm not obviously we're not Vikings fans here, but, dude, you don't stop what's working. You
First
don't stop
off-
when
first
you're winning
off-
football games. And it's hard to win football games.
Let me be the first
in
guy to
this
say, bring Sam back. Preferably in the NFC Championship game versus Philly. Throw him back in there, Sleeves. Get Sleeves back in there.
No, and Rob, you're saying that last night's performance from Keenan was due to the cold. No, the cold had a big factor on that football game
Yeah, it
last
was 9
night.
degrees,
But he still played good, and he didn't turn the football over in the cold. So, that's all you can ask from him.
Yeah.
Brian Daly, Merry Christmas, fellas. Eagles win Monday night.
Merry Christmas.
Will be a gift I'm looking for. Right on, brother. Louis D. Leonardis. Sorry, Louie. What's up, fellas? What up,
We're not
Louie?
sorry, Louie.
I'm sorry, Lou, because I want to get the last name right, Daddy. I should know your last name. Known you
Lou
long enough.
DeLeonardis, come on.
Should know this. I've known him long enough. I should know the name. Vinny Matson. Eagles win tomorrow. Raiders stink. Merry Christmas, Tom and the fellas. Merry Christmas, Vinny.
Merry Christmas,
Stream
Vinny.
smart, Vinny.
Stream it.
Use the A2D promo code. Get all your sporting events. Push the button.
Bowl
And free.
season.
And free. And free, besides the charge of the box, obviously, but everything else is free. Greg Carr, Merry Christmas, fellas. Keep up the amazing work. Shout out to Nick D. A-Town strong. Oh, A-Town real strong in this house.
What's up, Gregor?
A-Town real strong on this
Yeah.
couch.
They're all here.
Peace up,
AHS,
A-Town down.
AHS, baby.
TTP bowling on the tube. Merry Christmas, y'all. And we're still trusting it,
Bowling.
brother. We're still trusting it. John
Getting tough.
D. Casanova, Merry Christmas, and upset alert. LOL, fuck that. Fly, Eagles, fly. Love it. Love it. Todd Womack, Philly Dilly, guys. What up, Todd? So, answering the poll question, just join us. Who wins Christmas night? Or will the Eagles win Christmas night? Any way you want to slice it. Yes, no, let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We'll answer your questions, concerns, all that. And 60 says, okay, green wave. A lot of green wave.
Yes, sir.
Donovan,
Little Christmas ham in the afternoon. You get a little bird at night. You get a little birds at night.
Donovan Kennedy, Merry Christmas, gents. Glasses up. Cheers,
Christmas.
brother. Shaquan Gitters, what do you think about Aaron Rodgers going on and off again on IR like a light switch? Well, I think it's the smartest
That
thing they
was-
could do
You
as an
see some of the
organization.
you see NFL teams are saying it's they're calling for him to be released.
Yeah,
They're
there
saying the
was a thing.
Packers screwed up or something with IR. Could you imagine that?
Yeah, and then he would
I
go
heard
to the
that.
Browns first off of waivers.
And pull Josh Rosen.
and he would
No,
get a
the
minute.
Browns will respectfully the pass. We're good.
Yeah, no,
Actually, we've seen him
We're
play.
good.
We have issues. we think that maybe he's not good enough for the
The
squad.
analytics
We're
just don't
good.
fit here. The analytics aren't matching.
Yeah, the guy only played 5 games this year. Come on.
Doesn't fit our analytic book here.
We're good. Foles is the next guy on the waiver wire. We're good. We're good.
I just love it that Rosen already comes out like, oh, yeah, I'm not playing for them. Like, dude, like, already. I'm like, what would happen? You got the 1 and 5 pick. What happens if nobody wants to play for you? What happens? How does that work? If everybody
You
declines,
fucking call their bluff. You pick them and you say, "Oh, you don't want to play? Guess you don't want to play in the NFL ever. Fuck you." That's what I would do.
that's what I would do too. Michael DeAndre, what up, Mike?
Yeah, 'cause
Merry
at least-
Christmas Eve.
Sorry, at least John Elway had baseball. That's
Yeah.
how he had leverage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anybody else say, fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
And Eli
John
had a
Elway.
family behind him. Yeah, Eli had the name behind him when he didn't want to, go somewhere else. He didn't want to go to the Chargers. He wanted
Yeah,
to go
well,
to
you
the
knew they
Giants.
were going to trade him.
Michael DeAndre, Merry Christmas Eve. Let's go, Birds. Big win coming up. And by the way, the NFL Network makes me want to vomit. Well, nobody's there anymore either. Sean Spielman, what up, Spiels?
You're all
They're all
grabbing,
playing
grabbing
grab
titties.
ass.
Yeah,
They're all playing grab
They're all
ass.
grabbing titties and
Asking
shit.
if they're squirting.
A lot of eggnog at that Christmas gathering.
Want to know if they want to squirt. That's all. Just a squirt. It's a little squirt.
What's in this eggnog?
Just put it right on my face. Squirt it right on my face. That's all they want to do at the NFL Network. It's aggressive. Well, did you see the
I
one,
did.
the
I
one
saw.
meme? It was a Campbell soup.
I saw him.
Or and the squirt.
I'll tell you what couldn't happen.
And the
couldn't-
squirt can.
I'll tell you what, it couldn't happen to a better guy than Heath Evans. Fuck you, Heath Evans. I love it. As soon
I
as
actually
they
like
said
Heath
that,
Evans.
yeah, you would like Heath Evans. He's a fucking tool. As soon as they said Heath Evans was sending naked pics, I saw that one a mile away. Hope that motherfucker's never on TV again.
Guy's bench pressing in the studio. I mean, what else do you need to know about him?
I hate Heath Evans.
No, I like him because he likes A2D shit on Instagram. So I give him the love because he likes A2D shit. But if you couldn't smell that from a mile away, I mean, the guy's bench pressing with no shirt on the NFL Network. You think he's not? You think he's not behind the scenes?
You're telling me
in one hand and liking ADD in the other.
You're telling me he's sending.
Hey, what's going on?
He's sending naked pics with A2D on the computer screen behind him. Is that what he's doing?
That's what he's doing. Guilty by association.
He's a self-sabotager, this motherfucker.
Trying to take us down with him.
We do not know Heath.
No, but really, I mean,
or his little dick.
My man never has a shirt on. I mean, don't be surprised if you hear Gabe Kapler in these rumors coming up shortly too. Another guy who never wants a shirt on. So them kind of guys worry me. Like if you don't like your shirt, if you really despise ever putting a shirt on, something tells me you're a little handsy, and you probably send text messages you wish you could take back. Yeah, that's all.
Fits the profile.
That's all. I'm profiling. I'm profiling guys that keep their shirts off because I don't ever take mine off. I jump in the pool with it on. I'm like, I'm in. I'm in already.
Anytime I hear
I fell in. I guess the shirt's already wet. I just got to keep it on now.
Since I'm in.
Anytime I hear Kapler's name, it's like a fork on a fucking chalkboard.
Well, I thought you would like that because he's another shirt-off guy.
Yeah.
Mario Cerrito, what up, Merry Christmas. Mario says, Merry Christmas, A2D. Good work, guys.
Merry Christmas,
let me know when you need some sick camera work. We always need sick camera work, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Mikey Scans, Sweeps, Cardinals stink.
Scans!
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, brother. Rob Brinkman, Eagles win, but don't cover. Place your bet. So Rob Brinkman says, take the 9 with the Raiders. I don't take the 9, brother. Sean Spielman, Merry Christmas. Want the Eagles to win, so Curl will be flying off the Walt Whitman Bridge. And Schwartz is a loser dick. No, right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Michael DeAndrea.
All those week 1 and week 2's head coaching Schwartz for head coach signs are they're all retired now.
Oh, remember?
Which they should have been anyway. I mean, did you see the guy? I mean, he got a little bit of credit because he hopped after Harbaugh, did nothing. He just hopped after him and he tapped him on the shoulder. Hey, what'd you do? What'd you give me, a power handshake? What the fuck, dude? I'd have had more respect if you knocked him the fuck out.
I agree, and especially because Harbaugh's a douchebag. He should have knocked him out.
Douche cannon, absolutely.
Huge douche.
Still can't find a quarterback.
No.
You're a quarterback guy.
Can't
at
find
a major university. You stupid asshole. Sorry.
No,
we're all over the place, and we're great.
Don't apologize.
Don't apologize.
No, not the gym. Just
Sean Hayes, having lived in New England 15 years, can't stand the Patriots. Whose idea was it to hang Brady jersey in the background? It was mine. It's a goat wall.
Ooh.
It's a goat wall.
I'm with you, Hayes. Fuck him.
Okay, you guys can fuck Brady. He's a goat. I mean, you guys don't have to like him.
You would fuck Brady.
I would, with Uggs on. I've already made this clear to the people. With Uggs on.
Yeah, we touched base on that a week ago. Until he came out, he said he'd play a game and just the tip with him.
Just the tip of your my
It's not gay if you just play a game.
He'd sip between Tom and Bill like this.
I got a 30.
Just skiing, guys. Oh my God. I'm done.
Guy's using all his resources.
He's a go-getter.
Winner.
He's a hustler.
Overachiever.
He's a hustler. Yeah, stop showing off. Burkhead's like, stop showing off, bro. That's my job.
Oh, man.
By the way, this is Rob left, but
Michael Thomas officially active today.
Gillislee
versus Falcons.
I bet you Gillislee.
You're worried about that one. Who?
This lines up as a day because Burkhead's not going to play. It lines up as a Mike Gillislee scores 3 TDs for the New England today.
Oh, against Buffalo too. Against his old team.
Thomas is playing.
Gillislee. I didn't realize that was a Cowboys fucking Santa hat. So burn it immediately.
He retracts the Merry Christmas. The Merry Christmas has been fully
Merry Christmas
retracted.
is gone.
Thomas is playing. He said.
Michael Thomas
is playing. How much though? He's playing. I can't give you all the info, Rob.
Yo,
Jesus Christ, we're
not Sean
talking here. We're trying to work. We're giving you info.
Gee, this guy wants, insider info.
Jesus Christ, he wants a chef to come sit on the couch.
He wants us on Drew Brees' face like we're a mole.
What are we doing?
This guy's fucking
like we're a mole.
Fucking insider trading. This guy wants. Fucking easy, Martha. Well, we can't help you that much.
Do we even talk Eagles yet?
There's no need to.
Greed is good. Gordon Gekko over there.
Great movie. Especially if you like a couple, you like a little giddy up in your morning. Great movie. All right. Let's go score predictions. Players of the game, offense and defense. Start with you, Sweepsy, and we'll work our way around here. And the people, chance to win a Visa gift card. Holiday season, you can rewrap it. Score, players of the game, offense and defense. Chance to win a Visa gift card.
I'm not sure we even give them out, but
people.
there's a chance to win one.
We give them out, but nobody ever comes back saying, hey, I won. I'm not hunting you down to give you money. That's how I made this clear from the jump, right? Penny's the only guy who hunted it down, and that's why he got paid.
34-13 Birds.
Offense, defense, player of the game.
Offense. Alshon, with a 100-yard day. Defense, that secondary needs to step up. So somebody's gonna get Carr for 2. Question is, who is it? So I'll just leave it out there. I'm gonna blanket those
Let
4
that
idiots.
marinate out there.
I'm gonna challenge those a couple idiots out there to get 2 picks. Somebody.
How about 2 picks that Malcolm Jenkins staying at the safety position? That'd be fun. And we'll see how that gets. We'll see that tomorrow night. Wills, score, players of the game, offense, defense.
Score 31-10 Birds. Player of the game, Nick Foles. Offensively, defensively. Can we get to the quarterback this week? I'm going to say Brandon Graham. Let's get some sacks. Christ.
I know. I feel like I pick him every week, so I just I let you go this time, Brandon. I let you go, so go ahead.
You let him off the hook. Danny, who you got?
All right, I got Eagles 28-13. Offensive player of the game, Jay Ajayi. I think this is the week where he finally gets north of 15 carries.
Hopefully.
Really start to establish him before you go into the playoffs. And defensively, I'm going with the defensive line, too. I think Fletcher Cox has got to step up this week. I mean, he's been really quiet over these last 3 road games. This is a game for him to finally break out a little bit and get some positive momentum going of his own.
Yeah, and, I don't care if you get doubled or triple teamed. I need to hear your name a little more.
Pretend it's a
Aaron Donald
married
gets doubled,
woman.
too.
Yeah.
Pretend it's a married
That's
woman,
all.
Fletcher. Go eat.
Go get
eat,
it.
baby.
Go get it.
Go eat at the Y.
Speaking about Ajayi, because you have Ajayi, and I know Charles Moranin, who's Mr. Running Back here on
I think
A2D.
you'd marry him.
You would marry him.
I think you would marry him.
Birds of the Feather, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. But this is what I said on Wednesday. I'm going to repeat it now, is that I'm not worried about him getting these carries now like Charles is. Charles wants to see it go up every week and doesn't feel like, he should be
he should get 15 touches a game.
No, just hold on. I'm going somewhere with this, okay?
That's fine.
Why I'm not concerned about him getting them right now is because I expect him to get him in January. You understand where I'm going with this? The reason I got 3 backs.
Why, though?
Because let me finish. I got 3 backs, which means I can keep them fresh as can be. So when January hits and a lot of backs that get 20, 25 carries a game might not be as fresh, I got 3 backs here that are really fresh for smash mouth football in January. That's all. So
I'd like to see. You know what? I'm going to challenge that though because
Challenge
we're
it.
not even fucking running the ball. So I mean, I'd like to see us start running the ball more. I think if Doug was
most balanced team in football.
Dude, watch the
Dude,
last
fucking
couple
what?
weeks.
Dude,
the
what?
last couple
Dude,
weeks
what?
we haven't run the ball hardly at all.
We ran the ball.
Not much.
We ran the
last
ball.
week we were down, but we didn't run the ball a whole lot.
We ran the ball 20 times.
Okay, what's that, dude?
25
I'm
times. I'm saying we ran from over
I
100
want-
yards.
divide
Why
by
does numbers
3.
matter?
I'd like-
why
I
does
would-
attempts matter to people? It's yards.
You're
It's
talking
balance.
about rest.
It's fucking balance.
Only because you're talking about
I'm not
rest.
talking, but I'm
3
saying.
divided by 20 is 6 carries.
But my
I'm
point is-
fresh as shit, bro.
My point is that why do you care about him getting 20 carries? Let's say tomorrow night. Why is it a necessity? You have 3 running backs. So if I have the game plan for 3 instead of 1, doesn't it make my job as defense coordinator harder to do?
Not
than
if
if I
not
said
if 2 of them are
no. Because he said that he wanted.
Yeah.
No, because he said I wanted Doug Peterson to announce that J.J.'s the number 1 running back. Why?
I didn't say that.
I'm saying what he said.
I don't care what he said.
Well, this is what I'm
I
going
don't
off
watch that
of it.
show for a reason.
Okay, you're an asshole, dude. Go fuck yourself.
All right, so
you're not even
I'm
listening to what
saying-
anybody says.
What I'm saying
you can
is,
walk out the fucking door. You're gonna be a fucking smartass when I'm talking about stuff that's on this fucking platform. I don't give a fuck what you watch and don't watch.
That's
but
fine.
don't get smart with me, okay? Because you'll be your
I'm
last time here.
I'm a
Because
smart
I'm a
guy.
carrier. Don't need you. There's the door.
Is that
all
right?
Real simple.
I
That's
don't think
facts.
so.
That's fundamentals.
That ain't facts at all.
All right, that is facts.
No, it isn't. Someone touched the nerve.
No, I touch your nerves and you're going to try to shit on people that are a part of this. That's what I'm going to touch.
I do agree that Jay Ajayi should be the bell cow of the back. So I do agree. If you watch him play,
Who's saying
he's
he
ran the
shouldn't
ball better than everyone else.
Who's saying he shouldn't be?
You're the one saying that.
Nope, never said that.
Never
said that. Never said he shouldn't be. Never
said.
said he shouldn't get the most carries on this football team. Never said that.
That's fine.
Never said that. It is fine because I never said that. So tell me what I said. I said
You said
I don't need him
getting
20 carries on a Monday night on Christmas night. Is it fine? Oh, okay. The guy's getting enough carries for me. No. I need him to be healthy and ready to roll in January. Then, if he's not getting 20 touches, then we can have a conversation.
So when he gets 7 carries in January, we'll rehash this.
Get the fuck out of here. He gets 7 carries in January. Nobody's saying that. He hasn't got 7 carries. This is his first time here, dude. He's going to get more than 7 carries because he got 14 or 15 touches last week.
Yeah, 14, I think, yeah.
Okay, but my point is, like, how much does it need to be 18 to make people sleep at night?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think that if you watch them run, LeGarrette hasn't looked very good the last few weeks. Maybe cut him out.
Charles says, Merry Christmas, fellas. Merry Christmas, Charles.
Chuck.
Maybe cut him out.
But why? But why cut it out? Like, why cut out a guy?
Inside the red zone, yeah, I'll give him the rock.
Short
but
yardage.
I'm saying the rest of the
line.
time, I'd like to see it be Ajayi and Clement.
I don't disagree with you, but LeGarrette Blount brings something to the table for me just because he's had a few downer weeks. I'm not gonna change what's worked on the ground. I mean, we've been able to run the ball really well with 3 backs. Why do I need to change what works? I'm not saying Jay doesn't need to be the guy who gets the most touches because he does. We all agree there. I'm just saying that I don't put a number on it where I end the game and be like, oh, we didn't get 18.
That's fine.
Oh,
I'm
good.
not saying you got to put a number on it. I just think that maybe instead of giving Blount 7 carries, you give him 3. And you give the other 4 to Ajayi.
All right, that's fine. I'm not. I'm just saying I don't have to have a number. It doesn't have to be 18 for me.
Unless he's running well, then you feed the guy running well. I mean, you go by how the game's going. You don't have to like you said. You don't have to go in thinking, okay, well, I'm going to go 15, 10, 5. You know, you go in by saying, hey, this guy's running the ball well. Let's keep him feeding the fucking rock. You do as the game goes. You coach as the game progresses. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we don't do that.
Yeah. No, I mean, Deuce is the one who handles all the substitution of the running backs. You know, he's the one who rotates them in. I haven't had a real big issue the way he does it. Jay probably doesn't even know. He probably knows the playbook well, but there's no way he knows it as well as the other two from coming in here halfway through a season. So that puts you a little bit behind on what plays you can run for him. It's easy to say like, oh, he should be up to 20 carries, but I believe by having a couple weeks off too before you get rocking in January, it's going to allow him to soak up more of the playbook and allow maybe them 20 touches everybody's looking for to be more on where he's going to land. That's all.
I would hope that he has that already.
That seems to be a common theme around either the NFL, but how long is that an excuse? The playbook. Like, what is it? Like the biggest thing ever? Like, I'm saying, it's not saying just him, but I mean, everybody uses that excuse. Like, oh man, can't bring this guy in as a playbook. I mean, it's football, dude. Pay attention to your craft.
It's easier at the running back position,
I'm just saying, I understand there's assignments to pick up and stuff like that. There's audibles and people are checking at the line. That's fine, dude. But that's your craft, and that's all you have to do.
No, I agree.
You're not working 9 to 5, and then you're like, hey, I'm going to show up and be the Eagles running back after work. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'll be there after work. Come on, that's all you got to do. Like, it's just
I feel like
it's
he's been here long enough that he should have it. Yeah.
It's like,
and on blocking assignments, the guy that comes free is the guy you fucking block. There you go.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm with you. I don't understand that. Like, within 3 weeks of being here and delving in, you should know the playbook.
Charles is saying what made him mad last week was having Blount in there on the last possession to close the game out. Jolly should have been in there.
I'm 100% with you on that.
He should be the closer. I don't disagree with anything.
100% with
Charles,
you on that.
I don't disagree with anything or any point you have on Ajayi because you do your freaking homework on it. The only problem I had was that Doug's got to come out and say he's the number 1 back. I don't need to hear that. I mean, he is.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't.
That was all my point.
I want him to get the carries. The crunch time carries. I want him to be a job.
And Rob Brinkman's got a good point here, right? He says, who cares about carries? If they combine for 25 carries for 130 yards, who cares who gets what? It's real football. And I agree with Rob on that one, too.
If somebody's running well, then keep giving them the ball.
But I think that's what he tries to do, Deuce, is he tries to stay with a hot hand. But, okay, if Jay has a hot, let's say, series, well, why not have him back out for the next series? Why go to another guy? And I think that's where people are getting up in arms about.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing with Doug, too, this year. Because Doug this year several times. You go back to earlier in the season with LeGarrette Blount. He's had games where he's run really well, and then Doug just kind of inexplicably pulled him out and inserted Wendell Smallwood. And you wonder, like, what the hell are you doing this for? Because here you got a guy who's ripping off like 6-7 yards a carry, sometimes more than that, and then Smallwood comes in, struggles to break through the line, and then Doug just kind of, and I know Deuce handles that technically, but I mean that's got to be a point where Doug kind of steps in and overrides and say, hey, no, you know, we're running hot with this guy at the time. We got to keep this going at the moment.
Yeah, you're calling the play.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're calling the plays. So you know that you should dictate the weapons that you're able to use.
You got carte blanche.
Yeah. Not only are you the head coach, but you're calling plays. So like if I'm calling this play, I would like to have my guy in, please. I mean, I don't care what you're doing. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad I have you.
That's great, dude.
You know,
Guess what?
I'm
You can go
glad
back to
there's
Pittsburgh then because see ya.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many freaking jobs in football, quality control guys. You know what I mean? Like we got a running backs coach. That's great. You know, but you're the guy calling plays. You're the head coach, so you should have you should have choice of substitutions. I understand he gave it to him, and that's fine. But
Sean Hayes says you guys should settle us in a rink with 12-ounce gloves. Wager? Oh, that's easy. Throw your money right here.
He's never beat me anything in his life.
Sean Spielman.
FYI.
When Arnone drinks 12 monsters before a show, cue Wilson. And then he says, but hey, everyone who just saw Arnone go off, that's why A2D is the best because it's all about real talk. Yeah, all about real talk.
First off, that wasn't even anywhere near going off.
Nah, it's
We've
nothing.
had way
That's
worse.
nothing.
Way worse.
Todd Womack, preach time. You're my new pastor. I try to be here. You don't got to go to church today. Just come join us.
Father Tom over here.
Father
huh?
Tom.
still
don't fucking like
those
it. Thanks,
hands-
Padre.
Hey,
Still
just-
don't like it.
Keep those hands to yourself.
I never.
You're an asshole to two great guys.
We're in a
Two
championship.
great guys. The guy's an asshole.
It was
two
a
great
joke.
guys on ATD.
Oh,
Guy
we
tried to
should-
be a hero.
Oh, here
and
he
take
goes.
a shot at him, right?
Here he goes.
Right? Two classy guys.
If they can't take a
chiming
joke,
in.
then I don't want them.
Oh, they can take a joke, but
Then we're good.
I'm going to protect my guys too,
Oh,
because
here
you're
we go.
officially not my guy. You could have split the fantasy pie, you didn't want to, so that what happens. You're not
We're
my
in a
guy.
fantasy championship. I don't like you.
I can't wait to take you, fucking.
It's not going to happen, dude.
I can't wait to take you.
Thanks.
You can add that to another thing that you've never beaten me in.
Thanksgiving dinner. He don't have a seat.
What, him?
Him.
Yeah, he has a seat. He's at the head of the
That's how
chair.
you judge.
Head
That's
to
how you-
the head of the table.
Doesn't mean I don't despise him. Doesn't mean I don't. You know what I mean?
You can throw a roll off
I've-
his head, but
first off,
I'm
I
making
feel-
sure he's at the table.
I feel like
Extra butter?
the show goes better when we hate each other. So that's we play into that.
Ty Womack says, can the Eagles put Stickum on Nigel Bradham's hands? Yes, please. Catch a ball.
That's why he plays defense, clearly, huh, Nigel? God, he
Catch it.
couldn't catch anything. How many did he drop last week? 3? He might have dropped 3 in his chest.
I think over the last 2 he's dropped.
Dropped 6
He
maybe.
might have dropped 4 or 5. I mean, he dropped 2 in L.A. I mean, the one that ends the game early in the first
Oh, yeah.
half. I mean, you get that pick, they don't score there, that game's over. That momentum shifts, they don't get it in there, and then maybe 11 never gets hurt. Yeah. And I was rewatching it. Maybe if Corey
Christ, don't bring that up.
Clement holds his block for a half a more second longer, he doesn't get hurt. Corey, run him out of town.
Goddamn Glassboro guy.
All right, so I want to know what teams you fear the most in the NFC. 5 being, hey, I fear the hell out of this team, even though they got to come here. And 1, I don't, they don't, no fear at all.
Okay.
So
we'll
we'll start with the Rams, and we'll circle the table.
5.
5.
I don't want to see the Rams. I'll be completely honest. That's the last team I want to see in the NFC is the Rams. I'll take any of the other ones over them.
Yeah, it's at least a 4 and a hook for me.
Rams are a 3 for me. I mean, what they do on offense is really impressive. And Todd Gurley has just been playing out of his mind. I mean, getting away from Jeff Fisher has just been a godsend for that entire organization. Todd Gurley especially, though. But the thing I go back to with the Rams is that, I mean, Jared Goff, it's a young quarterback with his first go around in the playoffs. I mean, that's always something, especially considering they'd have to come here to Philadelphia across country from the West Coast. I mean, and the Rams aren't my biggest fear in the playoffs.
Yeah, I put the Rams around.
Yeah, a lot of inexperience, but I mean they run the football well. But yeah, they're
I think Goff's
they're
good.
4.
I put them at a 4. I put the Rams at a
I'm at
4.
a 4.
Vikings.
4. They're not the same team on the road. I mean, I know. Okay, they beat Green Bay on the road last night. Green Bay stinks. All right, with Rodgers not in.
Yeah, of course.
But if you're saying we're playing Minnesota at Minnesota, I'd say 5. But at home, I don't know. Be honest with you, I'd much rather see Minnesota than the Rams or the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue to climb up like in increments here. So 4.5 for me. All right, and I'll get to my 5.
Oh, yeah, the Vikings.
And it's Case Keenum. I
get
mean,
to
I
my
know
5.
he's
Yeah,
played great,
that's what
but
I'm
it's
saying.
Case Keenum.
Like exactly, as good as he's been, like it's.
I'm
always,
more afraid
it's
of
always
Jared
like,
Goff than Case Keenum.
Yeah, you're always like, it's Case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's. I mean, the defense is fantastic, and they run the ball pretty well. I mean, McKinnon's a nice little weapon, little toy for them. To complement Latavius Murray, which I'm not sold on Latavius anyway. I think he
runs
soft.
hard,
I think
but
he's kind of soft, but yeah, he does. He's.
He runs hard.
Yeah, yeah. For me, Vikings are a 4. I keep waiting for Case Keenum to come back down to earth, but I mean, he just doesn't show any signs of doing so. So, with that in mind, and I think the Vikings have the best defense of the teams in the NFC.
I agree.
So, I mean,
No question.
even them coming out onto the road here, I mean, it gives me weird memories of the Joe Webb game back from 2011.
Christ.
So I mean,
that was a Tuesday game, I think.
yeah. So you think about that. I mean, and how'd they win that game? It was the same thing, defense first, and you get a quarterback who's playing much better right now than Joe Webb ever was back then. And that defense coming in here,
They're scary.
It's a scary thing.
They're scary. I mean,
They're definitely the best defense in the NFC.
There was
I
one
would
team
say.
that I didn't want to go into their place ever, and that's Minnesota. I don't want to go there now. Them
No,
traveling
yeah.
is a different story, but listen, they're still the best defense in the NFC easily, maybe the whole
Defense
league.
travels.
And I'm going to give them a 5. I mean, they put fear into me because that defense puts fear into me. They can create turnovers. Now, if you asked me 4 weeks ago, I wouldn't have been scared of them coming here because I thought our defense could match that. But now, the way our defense is trending the other way, they do put a little fear into me because we do have the same type of quarterback, right? I mean, we're not going in with 11 still. Now Foles is a legit starter in this league. I think we can agree on that he can start.
They were
or
on
could
the
start
same
for a
team
lot
that
of
Foles
teams.
started.
But you know what I mean? They do put fear into me, though. Now, with 11,
Isn't that funny?
a little less fear. That's
Wouldn't
why
that be crazy if we were met in the NFC Championship? The guys that were both the Rams quarterbacks 2 years ago.
Saints. What are the Saints?
Saints are down 3. So what I go 4.5. They're 3.5. Offensively, tremendous. I still believe in Breeze. I know he hadn't had to do much. They run the ball outstanding, but that defense I'm still just not sold on, especially traveling outside of the dome.
Yeah,
So
I have them as a 3, and I'm not worried about.
see where his hamstring
I mean,
leads to. Michael Thomas. I mean, he's still got a couple weeks. That thing could either go, worse or
Hopefully worse. But obviously, the Saints have a good offense. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Kamar is extremely dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Mark Ingram's running the ball great. But we do stop the run well, especially at home. And I don't know. Like you said, the defense. I'm not sold on the Saints defense, and I think they're another team that plays really well at home.
Yeah.
And traveling, I'm fine with seeing the Saints. They're 3 for me just because of Breeze has been there before. He's done it before.
Yeah.
So I'll give him that, but they're 3 for me.
Yeah, Saints are a 4 for me. New Orleans, offensively, I think they're probably the worst matchup for the Eagles out of all the teams that are going to be in the NFC playoff picture, especially if the Eagles' defense doesn't shape up from what it's been over the last few weeks. I mean, the idea of Drew Brees and how he's just able to pick defenses apart coming in here and facing a defense that can't handle Eli Manning and his no-name receivers in the New York Giants. I mean, that's pretty terrifying in itself. And the way that running back tandem of Kamara and Ingram it works so well, it's been their bread and butter. I mean, and just the fact that Brees hasn't been asked to do a lot to this point. I mean, that it wonders. I mean, they could choose to unleash him at any point in the playoffs. Defensively, the Saints aren't up there with the rest of the NFC teams, but I mean, if it's any kind of shootout, it's hard to bet against New Orleans.
No, I agree. I'm a 3 with them like you guys are. Traveling outside, I haven't been sold on their defense all year. That's been what's kept me back from falling in love with the Saints. So I'm a 3 there. What about the Panthers, boys?
That's where I go to my 5. And I regrettably don't want to do it because the hate I have for them, right? But the experience, they're playing well. They're starting to cook a little bit. The defense is fantastic. The linebacking core is unbelievable. All right, McCaffrey's a great weapon. If they get Stewart going a little bit, I know what the Eagles do against the run. But the Panthers stop the run too. All right, so the Eagles do that well. The Panthers stop the run. So to me, they're the scariest of that group. I think they can go on the road and play just as well. Yeah, to me, it's like they play well either home or away. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I
don't want to say it. I didn't want to do it. But
I know we have a history of beating the Panthers. We usually play Cam very well.
Yep.
And we did it earlier this year, even though they had astronomical help from the referees to try to get us to lose that game. But like you said, they're fully healthy and they're cooking right now. Olsen's back. Their cooking linebackers are healthy. And we were kind of struggling that game until Kuechly got hurt.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I don't want to see the Panthers. Panthers are a 5 for me, too. They're right there with the Rams. They're the 2 I don't want to see. I'll see anyone else. I don't like the fact that Cam can make plays with his feet. I don't know. I just don't want to see the Panthers. I don't like them.
See, I'm kind of on the opposite end of you guys. Panthers are a 2 for me, just because Cam Newton, he's the type of quarterback where if you get to him and you get to him early in the game, you rattle him just a little bit, it throws him so off. He becomes this turnover machine, and we've seen it. We saw it in the game against the Eagles earlier this season. We saw it in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. And you get inside his head, you make him make a mistake or two early, Cam Newton shuts down. And so
as soon as he stops having fun, as soon as you take the fun away from him.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And Wilson said this. We always seem to do well of getting to him.
We do get to him.
They're like a 2.5 for me out of the teams. I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with you being right because that's the hate. How much hate I have for him, but he's pretty scary.
No, listen, they're playing better football.
Yeah.
There's no question. I know Sean Hayes has Vikings and Panthers as his 2. Rob Brinkman, Saints and Panthers. Teams he's scared of, Shaquan Gitters, Rams, and Saints, and he throws the Vikings in there as well. So, I mean, people are a little scared about some of these teams.
We're going to throw another team out there. What about Falcons? I'll go Falcons first. Falcons are a -2 to me. I would love to fucking see the Falcons. The Falcons stink. I don't know how they're going to make the playoffs. It's mind-boggling to me how they're going to make the playoffs. That team stinks. Watch them play. They stink. They stink. I'd love to see the Falcons. We see the Falcons, we roll through them in the divisional round.
Yeah,
roll through them.
They're like slightly above right now, right?
They win. They're in. They win. They're in.
Right. So it's Lions and Cowboys
Lions, Cowboys are below. Falcons have the easiest road in. They do play New Orleans, Carolina last 2 games.
Yeah.
But they need to win one of them. They're in.
Yeah. Easiest per se. Like you control their own destiny.
Yes.
Not easy, but like you said, yeah, absolutely. When you need help, that sucks.
J.I. wants to know, when does the HUD banner going to be up for sale? I fucking want one. Oh, come get one, brother. Love it.
Done.
Todd, done.
Put in your shopping cart.
Yeah, cart it. Todd Womack, if Jim is gone and Jack Del Rio is fired, then we should bring him in as the defense coordinator. J-Hot saying he loves Ramsey cockiness towards like other wide receivers, towards vet wide receiver, talks about Jalen Ramsey.
Shut him down and blow him. That's Jalen's philosophy.
And he says he hopes Sidney Jones can be
Kill him with kindness.
Can be that. Be careful what you pursue. I don't give a shit who we face. Bring it.
Like that swagger on Christmas Eve, my friend.
Now, what about Dallas?
Yeah, they're in the 2 range for me. Well, I mean, Zeke changes the whole thing for them, but I don't believe in 4 one bit. And is Lee healthy? I mean, obviously, what he does for that, we know, Sean Lee keeps that defense together, and Lawrence is an issue getting to the quarterback, but besides Byron Jones, I mean, they do nothing for me, And
Yeah, I'm not worried about Dallas either. I mean, Ezekiel Elliott makes that offense. The one thing the Eagles defense has done well all year is shut down the run, and again, if you're in a situation where you get ahead of them, you ask Dak Prescott to bring him back.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'd give them like a 2.5.
Yeah, me too. I mean, they got to get in too.
They got a lot
to do to get in.
And obviously, if you look at it like this, if Atlanta loses today, right, and Detroit loses today, and Dallas beats Seattle, I think you play everybody next week, and you'd say, "Fuck you, Dallas. We're going to keep you out of the playoffs." Because I don't ever like your rival getting in. You know what I mean? So I'm completely fine with benching guys next week if Dallas doesn't have a chance to get to the playoffs. If they do, I want to beat them.
Yeah, we're going to talk about how much rest is too much rest for the playoffs. We'll talk about that later on as well. Vince, for Ramsey, Dallas was garbage with Zeke earlier this year.
Yeah, you don't have to sell us, brother.
And Chrome says Rams and
they're
Vikings.
They're a little dangerous when Zeke's healthy, but like you said, they would be coming here and we stopped the run, and Dak doesn't scare you. So
no, Chuck Moran says preach. Cam is streaky and overrated passer. Not a believer in him. No, and you shouldn't really be a believer in Cam in the passing
He's
game.
definitely an overrated passer, but he's a playmaker.
Yeah,
we saw what happened when we couldn't get to Russell Wilson.
Yeah, you think at home you would have a little bit more success.
Yeah, I mean,
being able to get to the quarterback, you would hope.
We do play better defense at home. We have all year. That's
Right.
what I'm hanging my hat on to hopefully get us to the Super Bowl, is that we've played better defense at home all year.
And there is an excuse for not traveling well defensively. There's zero excuse for it because you need to do a better job. The top ones do. We talked about it earlier in the year. What did you expect every time when you went on the road that the defense would travel with you? I didn't even give my prediction or players of the game yet, so I'll do that. And we'll kick a quick break and come back and finish off everything we got to talk about today as well. I'm going to go 28-14. Offensive player of the game, I'm going to stay with number 13. Number 32, ranked pass defense. Well, if they can't cover on the outside, they sure as hell can't cover on the inside. So I think Nelson goes 0 for 100 today and a touch. So I'll go Nelson offensively. And defense, I'll go the same thing with Denny. I'll look right up front. I'll look at right at number 91 and say, you got to get it done. I need to see you. I just feel like I haven't seen him enough. I mean, the girl's seen him enough in the DMs, but nobody else has seen him.
The toughest thing we'd love to see him the rest of the year, because the toughest thing for a quarterback is pressure up the middle.
And
every good quarterback struggles with pressure up the middle. That's
I don't
how
buy
you beat
in.
Brady.
You get off
That's how
your
you
spot.
beat anybody.
I don't buy into the
Anytime
double
you get
team.
off your spot, you're in trouble. So
When was this defense rolling? When the two up front, Timmy and Fletcher, were creating so much havoc and pushing the pocket in, all right, and clearing the pocket essentially. They're clearing the pocket.
That's why we beat
can't step
Carolina.
up. I mean, when you have whether it's a 5-step drop, 7-step drop, right? As a quarterback, a comfortable quarterback that plays at the Hall of Fame level, that's very talented, that likes to step up. I mean, he goes from his 5-step to 7-step. Now he steps up and he can see the whole field and he can go right through his progressions. All right, pressure in his face, can't do that.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
And that was a lot of her success through the year. I know Rob Brinkman said, yeah, it's easy to beat, Mitch, and Rob's an Eagles fan, but he said it's easy to beat Mitchell Trubisky, and he threw another shit quarterback that we beat.
Cardinals, probably.
Yeah, just whatever. He's like, it's easy to dominate them kind of guys.
Sure,
I think it was Brock Osweiler was the other one he said.
Yeah.
It's easy to dominate them kind of guys. Can you dominate the guys we're going to see in the playoffs?
Absolutely.
That's the
Because
question.
you ain't going to see them guys in the
No,
playoffs.
and now you're going to get
absolutely.
a little bit of a taste of like a legit quarterback today, even though he's had a down year. You're still going to get a taste of a playoff caliber.
A skill set.
A skill set that translates to some of the guys you're going to see in the playoffs. They had a really bad year this year, but, look at what they were last year. I mean, it's sort of the avid flow of the NFL.
He's a guy that
They
can
flip
He's a guy that can complete the throwing tree.
every tree.
Right?
Yep.
He just, sometimes he sees another tree that other people don't see. But he can make all the throws in that tree.
Anthony Devlin goes on to say this defense is going to ball out in the playoffs at home. Let's hope, brother. We're right with you. Let's hope it.
We're hoping.
Arthur Partington, we're going to spank them on Christmas at home, no doubt. 31-17. Love it. Cole.
Or if you're Kyrie Irving, it's just a regular Monday.
Yeah.
If you're Kyrie, it's just a regular Monday.
It's not Christmas. It's not Christmas if you're Kyrie.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he doesn't believe it's a holiday. It's just cool.
No, the world's flat. The world's flat.
Yeah, he's that guy.
He's a problem.
I mean, he spent 11 minutes at Duke, so it makes sense that he's pretty dumb.
Was it 11? Was it 11?
He went to lunch. I'm out of here, Mike. Fucking lunch, man. Fuck.
He played like 3.5 games.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Maybe 6
Incredible,
games. Yeah,
yeah,
he played like
absolutely.
nothing.
It might be less than 5. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Cole Flippo. Hi. What's up, Cole?
What up?
What's happening, brother? Give your score prediction in there. Let us know who's going to win tomorrow. I keep thinking today. We're so used to going on, before the game. But tomorrow night it is. Tomorrow night we wrap it all up.
It's a nice Christmas
Home field
Christmas
throughout.
ending for you.
And that's what you're looking for, man.
Put a bow on it.
Home field throughout, and that's what we talked about, checking off boxes
Absolutely.
for this team. And it was, okay, win the division. Box checked, right? Home playoff game. Bye. Box checked. Now the next box you got to check, everything's got to come through South Philly. Check that box. The next box you're checking after that is, hey, win that home playoff game, right? So it's boxes. This team's done a great job throughout this year of just
It's a super. It's
Just checking.
It's a tremendous case of the emoji eyes. I mean, 13-2. You're like 13-2. Holy shit!
Return to the Womack says 35-14 Birds player of the game.
13-2.
Ajayi and Brandon Graham.
yeah, I don't think. I was a little more positive before the season on records, but I wasn't, in the 14-2, 13-3
No,
range.
well,
Nobody was. So
We were hoping that we were like, I think we can get 11. I think we can get 11. We were saying
We were saying, like, if the
10.
defense balls out, we get to 12.
We roll to 14 if we play everybody the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
We should roll to
10.
14. So
Arthur Partington, Super Bowl, we gotta have the faith. Listen, I'll tell you why I think we're going. We're going strictly for one reason, and it's just because I know how this fan base works. And the second, I think we might have mentioned it last Sunday, but like, if he wins the Super Bowl, you know what sports talk's going to be leading up to next year. You know there's going to be the morons out there
trade him to the Browns.
that say, "Oh, he just started over Carson." You know it. Even if they go to the bowl, you know people are going to say,
get the fifth-
"He just started over Carson."
we get the
Did he start over Carson?
fifth pick from Cleveland by shipping them Nick.
Yeah, here you go.
We'll take that 5th pick, thanks. Draft Saquon.
We'll have fun with that big, and then we can talk about 20+ carries.
Here he is.
Now
one
he
guy.
wants to talk.
Here he goes. Wilson, you got him. You got him. He just won in Berkeley.
Because with all due respect to Jay and Jahi,
He almost got it. He almost got it.
so close.
Oh, is that a nibble?
That's a guy who's a 20+ carry guy for me. All right, with all due respect to Jay and Jahi, all right, who's a really good running back. I don't think he holds Saquon's jockstrap, but that's just me. That's how good I think Saquon Barkley's going to be at the next level. But I digress on that
He's
one.
skiing again.
Traded Jahi for Saquon.
Topping them off.
They're in analytics. They're really like Jay's analytics. So.
Topping them off.
Well, now they're not because they're Sasha's not no longer the GM of the Browns. So
Yeah, I know.
maybe
Watch
the
out.
analytics are out. And the GM also said, the new one, that we got a chance to win next year. Do you? You don't even got a chance to win a game.
I love it.
How do you get a chance to win anything?
I love the fact that like all the quarterbacks, everyone's like, oh, it's this is a quarterback draft, and then they're all like, we don't want to play for the Cleveland. Darnold's like, I might come back for my senior year. Rosen's like, I don't want to go to Cleveland. Then you start talking. Who's the kid from
only guy-
Miami? Josh Allen.
I thought he'd be the only guy to say,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck it, I'll go.
Yeah, I went to Wyoming. I went to Wyoming. What's another?
It was like, eh.
It's like,
That's great.
yeah, fuck it.
Wyoming, Cleveland, fuck it.
Man, both hellholes.
But like, it's not even like we're not even there yet. Josh Rosen's already like, yeah, I'm out. Like, I don't even need to see your facility, meet your coaches. No, I'm out. You guys take care.
See, that's why I can never be like a GM, because then I'll just, in spite, I just pick them anyway. Oh, you don't want to come here? Fuck you. We're picking you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
Mike Teeny.
probably last a year because I'd fire everybody
Yeah.
and just and pick assholes or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be done.
I'd be like, can we make this
like,
an
I'd fire
expansion?
guys at halftime.
Like
Like,
they would
you
be,
know,
oh
I'd be
my God,
fire-
so would
I'd
I.
fire guys
I'd
saying,
walk right in. Like, what happened before the half?
Like Jimmy.
just
Like
take
last
the
week,
take the jersey
last
off.
week, Jim Schwartz is done. After at halftime, like Eli, Eli did that. Yeah,
Locker.
Jimmy, here you go.
Locker pig slip.
Here's a fucking Uber ticket. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Deuce, you take over the defense.
We validate.
Get out of rotation.
We
dude.
found it.
Anthony Devlin, I'm concerned about our O-line, and you'll find out how they handle tomorrow night.
Well, the biggest thing before we go to break that I agree with you on that is I think Nick's going to be fine. I think we all think that Nick's going to be fine. The only thing that we're going to lose is the when it breaks down and Carson made the athletic, amazing play that he's made a lot this year, which Nick's not going to give us. But besides that, I think Nick will be fine. And I think he also throws the ball, deep ball, better than Carson. So just hopefully the line holds up enough to give him time, because he's not going to make the spectacular play.
Well, he throws a deep ball better than Carson.
I think so, yeah.
And no, you're right. And at this point in their careers, and the other thing he does better right now is he knows the offense better. And that's not a shot at Carson. That's just because he's been around it longer. And that you can see how, like we talked about it, like when a backup comes in, most of the time that playbook's cut in half. Well, with Nick, you don't have to do that. And that's why you can go out and score 30-plus points last week, regardless on who you're playing in the NFL, because you don't have to cut it in half. You can still run the same plays you've been running, and it doesn't affect anybody on this roster. Then if you have to go back and cater plays to Nick, then now guys are learning new plays and this, isn't the time for that. You want to keep what's been rolling.
We talked about that 20 minutes ago. That I guess playbook is gigantic in the NFL. So
Oh yeah. Too big.
comes full circle. So
Mike Teeny, Nicky Sixth for another 4 TDs, 34-10 birds, player of the game. Big Ronald Darby shakes his Twitter shenanigans and gets 2 picks. Love it. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Mike.
I was calling for 2 picks, but
Chrome read an article about Foles. He knows this is Carson's team. He knows what his role is this season, and very well knows there will be no competition next year. True professional. and he should.
Cromer, what do you think he's going to say?
I know.
I mean, I love.
He's gonna say,
Hey, dynamite dropping, Cromer, and I love you, buddy. Merry Christmas, and I appreciate you listening. I mean, what do you think he's going to say? Come on!
you think he's gonna say, actually, I plan on winning the Super Bowl, and then fuck.
He's got eyes too.
Charles says, please don't get me turned on thinking there's a chance for Saquon. Laugh my ass off.
You're a running back, Charles.
Yeah, you are.
You got a lot of running back posters, all right? And it's been some late nights in that room, buddy.
He'd be putting out 150 breakdowns a week of Saquon Barkley if the Eagles somehow got him. And I would read every one of them.
I mean, he's got there's Barry Sanders posters and Emmett posters. I mean, he's really
Tomlinson, this guy's ready. Sean Alexander was in there for a year.
Larry Johnson before the concussions.
Yeah.
Charles,
he had Holmes and LJ poster.
Charles' spank bank is full of fucking running backs.
He is our running back guru here. He is our running back guy.
Good boy, Chuck.
Ishmael Rodriguez. What's up, Ishmael? 29-20 Eagles. Player of the game, Clement. And the Eagles D gets 2 picks, 6. Happy holidays from Texas. Happy holidays, brother. Enjoy yourself.
Happy holidays.
Keep standing. Keep holding your goddamn ground out there against the cockroaches. Sean Hayes, and we'll talk about this when we come back from break because this is a go one, and it's off topic a little bit, but it doesn't matter. It's still Philly related. So he said, sorry to change the subject. He wanted to know our opinion of the Phil Santana signing. So we can talk about that in a few minutes as well because I like that a lot. Justin Del Falco, home field, here we come. And Crum says, of course. But that was for all the dummies out there who think they're actually could be controversy after a Super Bowl. So he's saying to the dummies that we were talking about, like they would come out of the woodwork and be like, "You should start over Carson."
Well, the one thing that
even though he might, because Carson might not be ready.
I was gonna say the one thing that we have is he might actually start the first few weeks next year if we're gonna let Carson get fully healthy.
Cromer, I see you, buddy. Little Hooked on Phonics fans edition. I got you. They sell that at your local Barnes and Noble. Right?
Football for dummies. Yes.
You got a copy? Dan Stanley, Raiders. Dan thinks the Raiders are winning. It must be a Raiders fan.
Dan Stanley's a Raiders fan.
Is he?
Yes.
Sorry, it's going to be a long Christmas for you, Dan.
Been a tough year. Dan.
The Raiders.
Happy Hanukkah, Dan.
Been a tough year. Jesus Christ. I love it. It has been a tough year, though. Especially when you talk about Super Bowl.
Well, they went in the season. Everyone went in the
fans.
season like, Marshawn, we're so good. Yeah. You stink.
The best thing
culture. Culture.
The best thing about the Raiders is that little sound plug. The Raiders. That's
it.
That's the best thing about the Raiders. I'm sorry. That's all I can do. That's either Berman or somebody. I don't know.
Berman. He doesn't even work. He doesn't even work anymore. You don't even hear
the Raiders.
They're probably lucky it doesn't work anymore because I think there might have been a few sexual harassment accusations on the berm.
Like, the Raiders. The Raiders.
Yeah. Swam definitely had to pay for it.
Dan Stanley, Merry Christmas to you and yours. I needed a laugh. We got
Merry
you,
Christmas, brother.
No, but a team that, had high expectations for being a Super Bowl contender, didn't get it done this year. And obviously Jack Del Rio goes to culture. So hopefully it's a blackout beatdown on Monday night. We'll talk more Eagles on the other side as well. Continue predictions from the people out there, scores, anything you want to know. Game related. How do you feel about giving players 2 weeks off? We'll talk about that if the Eagles clinch home field throughout tomorrow night. We'll talk about rest and how that works out for teams. We already talked about who we fear the most in terms of teams in the NFC coming into Philly out of the 1 out of 5. Give us who you fear the most as well. We'll talk about that. Our picks against the spread, college football championship, bowl game predictions. We'll have a question with Rob at the end of the show as well, and tons more Eagles talk. We'll talk Carlos Santana signing as well, and a little Phils, and maybe we'll come back on before Gabe Capper without shirts on. All this, much more. Agree, disagree. A2DRadio.com, live from the BMW Atlantic City Studios. The best in the business.
All I want for Christmas is a new manager.
And a shirt on. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
You're listening to Bad Boys of Sports Talk Radio. Agree, disagree. Only on, you know what? A2DRadio.com.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
You're listening to Agree to Disagree, only on A2DRadio.com.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These 3 guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome back. Agree to Disagree. A2DRadio.com. Live from the BMW of Atlantic City Studios. BMW of Atlantic City, roll back to 17 of the Parkway. Find them online, BMW of AtlanticCity.com. Every Sunday, we're brought to you by our certified public accountant, Make them yours, Gibson Mayer LLC. Find them on the web, gibsonmayer.com. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgozzo, Brian Wilson, Denny Bastons. Did I get it right?
Basins.
Semantics. Rob Povey on the ones and twos.
DB.
The best in the business.
DB.
DB. Howie Roseman, as somebody mentioned. We do have Howie Roseman on the couch today.
I did see someone said, he turns his head, looks like Howie Roseman.
We got Howie in the studio today.
Sorry to disappoint you.
This would be the year to be compared to him. Any other year,
yeah.
any other year you get death. Any other year you get death.
of the year.
Yeah.
Executive of the year.
Any other year you get death threats. So this would be the year that you'd want to be him.
Good to have the executive of the year here on A2D Radio. Everything I said about you, I take back.
No suit, Howie.
Our poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. Will the Eagles beat the Raiders on Christmas night? Yes or no? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. We all have yeses here. I think there's been one no in the chat so far. Somebody else say no, just so we don't feel like it's a landslide. And you know how things work in the city of Philly. We'll probably end up losing, and then it comes down to Week 17 for home field throughout against the Cowboys.
Gotta
Which I'm fine with.
Don't even bring that up, please.
We'll do 5 questions in a little bit. Our picks against the spread. We already talked about what NFC team we fear the most. Let us know what NFC team you fear the most, and rank them in your order. All right, we did our players of the game, score prediction, all that. We'll let you know again before the end of the show what ours was and who our players of the game were. But I want to know, how do you feel if they do clinch home field throughout Monday night? How do you feel about having 2 weeks off without football going into a major playoff game for this football team? How do you guys feel about that? Because there's mixed emotions with it, and I know I have mixed emotions with it. Sweeps?
I'm a rest guy. I mean, yeah, of course you like to get hot and you get in a routine and you keep playing. That's great. But in such a physical, violent sport, right, where injuries, as you can see, I mean, the Eagles can speak to that, right? How bad that is. And around the league, this year's been one of those years where it's just, superstar after superstar went down, so it's just, to me, rest is okay. I mean, you've played the game your whole life. Now to me, you get a little more preparation. Yeah, you don't get the actual, maybe the physical reps of playing in an NFL game, right? But rest to me is what you'll trade rest. For me, I would trade rest all day, versus a couple reps against the Cowboys in a meaningless game.
Well, let me hit you with this. Let me hit you with this, right, on the other side of it. Not the other side of it, but just this as a little food for thought, right? Does it help having guys like LeGarrette Blount and Chris Long, guys who have won Super Bowl as of last year, and having them vets on your roster to get ready and physically be ready to go with the bye weeks? Does them two guys help at all, having them in your locker room and on your roster?
I don't think that they can hurt.
Yeah,
they can't hurt. I think they definitely help. It's always good to have people that have experience,
that
have been there before. That's always a good thing. But I'm right with you, though, Sweeps. I am 100%. I tell you how I feel about it. Now, I know you're going to bring up, well, some teams come out rusty after a 2-week off. I understand. I'd rather come out rusty than come out without a quarterback when we decide to play against Dallas and he gets hurt. I'm all for the rest.
No, that's the word I was going to use.
I'm all for the rest.
That's the biggest thing you're going to hear. Like he said, you're going to hear like ring rust and stuff. But that all, to me, just starts at the top. Like if you're the guy is running the organization, which is Doug, and he's done a great job this year, keeping everything on routine and preparation. Then you don't come out rusty.
Yeah, it shouldn't be any rust.
Maybe the first possession a ball sails on you or something. That's fine.
And that's
he's a little excited. That might be exciting. He's excited.
He's excited.
Hey, it's a playoff game. I'm jacked up. I missed a wide open guy there. Okay. But that doesn't affect you missing a block. You understand? 2 weeks off, if you miss a block, that's execution. That's not from being 2 weeks off.
I look at, Denny in a sec. I look for speed. Like the speed of the game matters, and the speed of the game goes up in the playoffs. So my concern is having that, my thing is I play him for a half, maybe a quarter. I just get that little more. I just don't know how I feel. Most teams that have the 2 weeks off, I don't love how they come out and play. Usually how they open up that first game. But there is something true to the fact of being just healthy and having a healthier body. Benny?
Yeah. I'm for the rest too. I think it's so valuable this time of year when you have extra time to get guys as close to 100% as you can possibly have them for the most critical games of the season. Now, I do think you do want to kind of treat that Dallas game as kind of like a preseason game. I don't want Nick Foles to get no action. He needs to get some, just for the fact that you forget he's also this game on Monday night is just going to be his second major action of the season. He didn't get a preseason. He hasn't played much football in the last 2 years overall, so I still want to get him some degree of work. But I think that rest is so invaluable right now, and anytime you can take an option, okay, let's get a bye week, get a home game. I mean, you can't be complaining about that. You can't worry about that this year at the time of year. I think it's just the wrong mentality to have.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a tremendous point about Foles, but I think at this point you got to wrap him in bubble tape. You got to wrap him in bubble tape, which normally you wouldn't if he was the starter, and then you have somebody else. But when Suggs is the next guy up, it's just can't do it. You know what I mean?
Granted, we don't know what Sudfeld is, but we do know that if it comes to him playing, we're in big fucking trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
you know what I mean? Come on.
I mean, that's just how it is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe looking
I
at
could
it
see
different.
we treat it like a third preseason game. Okay.
I think rest does matter, and it does play a part, and it's huge to have guys rested up and ready to go, especially your boys up front and all that stuff. So I agree there. But you're already going to have that. You're already going to have a week bye. You know? So now you're on 2 weeks bye. That's what's concerning to me. I play them a half. And I treat it like the third preseason game. They play a half. Right? And I look at it like that because now you're talking 2 weeks bye. Players are such creatures of habit, right, throughout the course of an NFL season. 2 weeks bye really messes with that habit and everything you have going. A week bye puts you right into stuff you're used to doing. That's the only thing that worries me. It's not an excuse. It's just they're creatures of habit.
I don't think that's a bad point you have, but I think that, to me, that falls more in the category of a young, inexperienced team that can get some distractions and let them creep in. You know what I mean? When you got veteran guys, veteran presence in there, you got a guy that held a clipboard, for a long time. They're not taking a shot at him. We know what his playing talent was, but he was in the league around a lot of good guys, around a lot of good coaches, around a lot of good quarterbacks, so he understands what it takes to win in this league and have that kind of environment. So, when you got, like, if you had a coach, a rookie coach that didn't have much experience, you got a young team, something like that, then I'd be more worried as opposed to the veteran team with a guy up there that's been around the NFL for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Look at Look back to 2004. The Eagles not only had the extra 2 weeks off from not playing guys in Week 17, but they didn't play anybody in Week 16 either.
Yeah.
I mean, they had practically the entire month off before the playoffs. And now, if you look at things in a case-by-case basis, now with that team, that was the veteran team. That was the team that had been there before, that probably like the longer layoff like that wasn't going to affect them as much. In this case, when you have a team with a lot of guys who haven't really been there before, I mean, you've got a couple exceptions on the roster, but when you look at a younger group that hasn't been there before, maybe it's more of an issue. But I mean, it's still the whole rest thing. Still, at the end of the day, doesn't bother me as much.
Yeah, I think it would affect the team more like the Rams more than I think it would the Eagles. Just because, like I said, like McVay, he's the hot name right now, and he's been fantastic. But I'm saying he's a young guy, full of piss and vinegar, doing a great job. You know what I mean? But doesn't have that that NFL experience, that huge resume and then, young quarterback like Goff where, he's, now he's going to sit around longer and think about things, so I don't know. That's just the way I look at it. But I hear you. I mean, like I said, both sides, or I get both sides. You just hate to see, knock on wood, something happen to a key guy in a meaningless Cowboy game. You know what I mean? Except for you wanted to maybe bury him like Willie said. I understand that too. So maybe your backups can do that too.
Like DB said, though, in 04, we literally, I think as soon as T.O. got hurt, we didn't play anybody. We had 2 more games after that, and then said, no, we're not playing anybody.
And it worked out fine. So, I mean, you just never know how they respond. Yeah. But, Stick says I play guys for the first half, Week 17. He said Carson I would tell to stay home, but Foles still needs action. So if it was Carson, he'd be like, you stay home. But when it comes to Foles, he agrees with me. Maybe a little more action doesn't hurt the guy. But he says, how about we worry about Christmas first? Don't jinx it. And he said the guys are watching, and they are. So we're not going to jinx. I just, I know there's been a lot of talk about rest and how long, what's too much rest, what's not enough. I know John D. Casanova on YouTube, he said both times we had extra rest this season, Cowboys and San Fran, we came out rusty, and our defense had to keep us in the game through the first half. So we trust our defense the way they looked early. They looked recently. I don't know. So he's going by, our defense kept him in them games early on. But our defense, as of late, worries him a little bit if we do come out rusty. So there's both sides of it. But can rest hurt? No, rest can't hurt. Can playing hurt? Yeah, playing could hurt you. So you have to look at it that way, too. What's best for your football team? Nobody knows this football team better than the guy in charge, and that's Doug Peterson, that sweeps his points earlier. So if Doug believes that his team can get up and be focused enough and get their work done and give them off, then so be it. I'll buy into what Doug's done. He's done everything right through this season. Whatever he decides week 17, if we win tomorrow night, I'm all for whatever Doug goes, because you got to buy into the guy when you're at this point a 12-2 football team.
No, I agree with you.
You got to buy into everything he's done so far. So why would I not buy in to whatever decision it is? If it's, hey, I'm going to give Nick the first quarter just because there's things we want to work on and still do, fine. Give Nick the first quarter, okay? But it better be quick passing game, you know what I mean? Because you don't want him to take licks. So a lot of it plays in. If you do play him and Fletcher goes down, God forbid, then where are you at? So you have to look at it from both sides, even if you are in my camp where rest does worry me a little bit. But you have to believe that the rest is only going to make them come out stronger and deal with some of the nagging injuries like Jalen Mills and Michael Kendricks have right now. That rest is only going to get them to better, and you need them to make the run, especially when you're down 2 middle linebackers right now. So you need a healthy Kendricks to be able to go get his nose wet and his beak wet in the run game. Because you better stop the run game in January or it's going to be an early exit.
That's true.
Chris Lyons, what up, Chris?
What up, Chris?
He said, who would you rather face from the NFC South? I think we went through this earlier, but what's that? That would be the Falcons.
I'd rather face the Falcons all day, every day.
Yeah, it was the Falcons.
Yeah, you'd send them a plane ticket, Chris. You would actually you would send for them.
Greg Milakovic, what up, Greg?
What up, Greg?
Merry Christmas, brother. He said, what's up,
Merry
boys?
Christmas, brother.
He said, if we had Cap.
Merry Christmas.
He said, if we had Cap, it wouldn't matter because obviously he's the GOAT. Kidding, of course. Half or 3/4 keeps the blood pumping, the juices flowing. And Sticks goes, imagine Sudfeld coming out and slinging in Week 17. How fun would that be to shut the Kaepernick clowns up?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Sudfeld, sling it.
I agree with you, Sticks. Even if he didn't do it, I mean, can the cap talk just stop all around? I mean, golly, everybody that stinks, then you got to hear about it. You know what I mean? Like, I know Hundley stinks, so then everybody last night, oh, Packers wish they had Cap. I mean, do they? I mean, forget about the statement he tried to make. The guy stunk. Now, should he be in the NFL? Yes, absolutely. I've been saying that from day one. Right, skill set wise, right, but he stinks too. Right, but he should at least be holding a clipboard in the NFL. Absolutely.
He does stink.
Though. He made his own decision. Right, so lay in that stink bed.
No, he flat out stinks. There were some incentives guys had, and I want to make sure I still have the pictures. Here we go. There's some incentives guys have in terms of making a few extra coin.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Gronk's got a little $6.5 million one.
So Mark Ingram's base salary is $5.3 million. Okay, I just wanted to get into this because I took screenshots of this yesterday. I thought it would be pretty funny. So Ingram's contract will void a year early, making him a free agent after this season. Where's his bonuses though? Let's see. I didn't have his bonus. Thielen though. Thielen earned an extra $500,000 from reaching 70 catches this season, awarded another $250,000 when he hit 80 catches.
Good for him.
Now he has 1 game left. Thielen is 7 catches away. I don't know how many he had last night. How many Thielen have last night, boys? 2? So he's 5 catches away from another $250,000, which would give him a bonus of $1 million on top of the 3.7 he's made.
I think it's safe to say he's probably going to hit that.
So Adam Thielen's probably going to get that full roster bonus of $1 million.
Or they sit him. Yeah, I mean, like that's what these guys throw nickels around. They're like, hey, man, Adam, I don't need you to have a seat. Just like the old Tyrod Taylor thing from a year ago. Where they say you're not playing in Week 17 because there was money involved. Yeah.
Greg Zerwin can make. He earned another $250,000 for being selected to the Pro Bowl, and he had a base salary of 1.3.
Now his back salary.
Vinatieri got screwed with that 60-yarder yesterday because he needed to reach 90% of field goals made to reach a $500,000 bonus. He's already earned a $500,000 bonus. No, I'm sorry. He will earn a $500,000 bonus if he makes at least 90% of his field goal attempts. He's currently at 88.9, and that was before the miss yesterday. So he's probably not going to get that extra 500,000 he would like. And Gronk's.
He'll be all right.
Gronk has $6.5 million in bonuses at stake.
Oh, yeah.
$6.5 million
That's
on top of
Yeah,
base
because he
salary.
has so many injuries. That's why they put all kinds of
Now, a
bonuses
base
in.
salary of 4.25 that he got, obviously. So let's see what he has. He already earned $4.5 million by reaching 1,000 yards. Okay, so that puts him about
You think he takes a headshot
$9
today?
million.
You think he takes a headshot today?
He can earn another $2 million in
revenge
bonuses.
game, little Bills.
Revenge
They're playing
game.
the
90% playing time, 80 catches, or all-pro recognition, which he has made all 4 times. Did he make the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, I'm sure
Right.
he
Yeah, I
did.
would imagine.
He's healthy. He definitely did.
Yeah.
His playing percent 79.8
You can't guard
right
him.
now.
The dude doesn't.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
yeah,
guard
yeah.
the dude.
Yeah.
You really can't. They're a totally different team when he's on the field. Totally
It's
different.
unbelievable.
And Julius Peppers. His base salary was $1 million. He's already earned $500,000 for 9 sacks, and he can get to $750,000 if he gets to 11. So just some guys trying to cash in on payday over here. Renee Ballard, Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, Renee.
Christmas.
Anthony Irvin. I had a dream that Sudfeld ran in for a touchdown towards the sidelines against the Raiders. Crazy. Well, that means Nick got hurt, so let's hope not. Renee Ballard, I
Or we're
agree.
up 40.
Or it's a route.
Renee, I want everyone healthy. However, Nick hasn't played much, so I don't think he should play. I think he should play at least a half a game versus Dallas for reps. All other starters need to rest. Nick has been resting, so that's where he stands on the Nick Foles playing time. That's where he stands. That's where Renee stands.
Understandable.
So, it's tough. It's tough when it comes to resting guys and what's right. But like you said, you got to put faith
It's a nice problem to have.
in the guy running the program over here that he's going to do what's right for this football team. Picks against the spread. You want to pull them up?
Yeah, let's do that.
And let's get rocking.
Let's do that.
Yes.
And we'll get into the questions and get the hell out of here.
Got some shopping to do.
People can do last-minute shopping.
Because I'm a jerk off.
Amazon.
No, Wilson. I don't want Wilson to think I was talking about. That was directed at me. I don't want to include anybody else in that. If you're going shopping, you're not.
I mean, I do have a little more shopping to do, and I'm also a jerk off. So I second that statement. Dilly.
Up top.
All right, we'll start in Cincinnati. Detroit in Cincinnati. Detroit needs to win. Lions are -3.
Yeah, give me the Lions. The door's still ajar.
Give me the Lions as well.
The Bengals are
Lions.
atrocious.
Cincinnati are dead. They're dead in the water.
Yes, they are. Give me the Lions.
For like 12 years now.
15.
Nobody told Marvin.
Chargers at Jets. Chargers -7.
Give me the Jets with the
They're
7.
still alive, and we talk about the cross country thing, but I still like the Chargers.
Yeah, I'll go Chargers too. I mean, Jets played pretty well against New Orleans last week, but I can't see them keeping that up necessarily.
I'm gonna go Jets. I don't like when the teams travel cross country and play at 1.
I like the cover there. I don't like the Jets.
Yeah, I
like
think
the
they
cover.
cover.
Yeah.
They cover. Rams at Tennessee. Rams -5 and a hook.
Another travel
Give me
for a
the
1
Titans.
o'clocker.
Unfortunately, I hate the Titans, but it should be a close game.
I think it's close. They
And
blew
they're
out
still
Seattle
alive.
last
Somehow
week.
the Titans are still in the playoffs.
Give me the Rams. I think they roll.
I hope
Yeah,
right.
I'm with you on the Rams too.
Yeah. Cleveland. Does Cleveland get a win? Cleveland at Chicago. Chicago -6.
Give me the Browns.
Yeah, if they're going to do it any week, you think this is the week that they do it? Let's do it.
Bears shouldn't be giving points to anybody, so give me the Browns.
Yeah, Browns.
Every time I say that, I'm like, God, did I just pick the Browns?
Yeah, see, the Browns have gotten like this close to wins, like a handful of times this year. I think it's another one of those weeks, but they don't actually get it.
They cover. They cover.
Although last year they did get their one win on the Christmas weekend, so who knows? Maybe this is the time.
That's where you
Maybe-
get Browns fans. It's the Christmas. You get Browns fans.
It's their week. It's their week.
It's a Christmas miracle. Carolina at home, -10 against the Succaneers.
Panthers.
Give me Tampa with the 10. I think they cover.
Yeah, I'm with Tampa too.
Carolina wins. I think Tampa covers.
Roll job.
Divisional game.
I'm with you.
It is a
Bills.
divisional game. Tampa stinks, though. New Orleans at home against Atlanta. Big game. New Orleans -5.5.
Give me Atlanta.
Yeah, give me the Falcons fighting.
Oh,
Still fighting.
They are fighting. Give me New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm going Saints too.
Falcons stink.
Agreed.
This game means
Well, they're a little different in domes, but yeah.
this game means nothing for no one. Denver at Washington.
Unless you're betting.
Not even family members.
Washington
Nobody.
-3.
Give me the Skins.
Skins, yeah.
Give me the under.
Throwing a curveball.
Brock played well against the Colts, and everybody's got a little half chubby. Like, knock it off, dude. He is garbage.
All right.
Redskins too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if I was going to bet it, I'd probably take the Redskins because I think that Denver stinks.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That game screams like 13-10 to me.
Yep.
Miami at Kansas City. KC, the line's flying up. It's now 10.5.
Yeah, I like the Chiefs. I think they're figuring it out. I think they're righting the ship a little bit, you know what I mean, for whatever that's worth. You know what I mean? I think they're figuring it back out. Yeah, exactly. They're
Started handing the ball off again. They stopped handing the ball off for like
Where's
9
Charles?
weeks.
The Hunt man.
Where's Charles?
Yeah.
He was begging for this, too.
The Hunt man
he was
missed-
crushing
yeah.
Andy.
I don't
He had a
understand.
10-week
Just
vacation.
Give the kid the ball. They stopped giving it to him. They did the last 2 weeks, and they've run all over teams.
10-week
I don't know.
vacation. He had a 10-week vacation.
Pedestrian.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he was pedestrian for 10 weeks. We're allowed to do this, too. It's not just you two. All right, we're allowed to have fun together, too. Don't let him get in your head and ruin a locker room like he's done for years.
He gives me that look if I give you the pound. He's like, come on, dude, let's go.
Really? Yeah. He's like, I got Christmas shopping to do. Relax on the pounds.
Nah, he's like, come on, dude.
KC, Miami?
Go Chiefs. I mean, there's a game. Cutler turns the ball over 3 times.
Yeah,
so
that's
bad.
a good chance.
He's like, I'm going to show up a minute before the show
I'll
next week.
I'll take
Watch what I
Miami
do.
with the 10.5 just because no one should get 10.5.
I don't even know where we're at. Where are we at?
I'm hoping Drake does something.
New England.
I got Drake.
I got an 11. Give me the Dolphins with the 11. Cutler only throws 1 pick today.
Come
It's
on,
probably
Drake.
going to go to 11 because
Hey, you hear
my
our boy Bob
15.
Mannery on the intro, man. Vote Jay Cutler for the Pro Bowl. He's been working his tail off trying to get Cutler in. Vote Cutler, Pro Bowl.
New England at home against Buffalo. New England -11.
Buffalo is still in the playoffs as well, so, I mean, they meet the Bills somehow.
Yeah, I think they'll
Keep it
cover.
close,
I think
yeah.
they'll cover it.
Yeah, one of those division games. It's still tight. There's still implications for both teams.
Yeah, it's a
Bills-
Gronk revenge game. We'll
Sure.
I'll tell you a 4 o'clocker that you can. What was that?
Do you want New England or Buff?
What's the line?
-11.
In New England? I don't know. The one thing you can say Buffalo does well is they can run the football well, maybe keep it out of Brady's hands a little bit. I'll take Buffalo to cover it.
The question is, will there be another New England Patriots rule made up? I mean, I think that's more the question. Like, forget about the spread. Will there be another NFL rule change involving the Pats? I mean, tuck rule, fucking cross the goal line, fucking bullshit. I mean, it's amazing. It is amazing the power of the Pats.
No, right? Isn't it crazy?
Okay, 4 o'clock games. Jacksonville at San
Roll
Fran.
job. Load up.
Jacksonville -4.
Can't even finish.
I don't even need him to finish.
That's a terrible pick. I love San Fran.
Listen, he
Jimmy
can sit here and blow Jimmy G, okay?
Jimmy Garoppolo's going to sling on
This
that.
is
Sling
the-
party.
this-
Garrett Selleck going to have a day.
Let me clear this up for you. This is the first time in 3 games that he's facing a legit NFL defense. He struggles at a big time. Jacksonville in a rout. Jacksonville.
I think it's a letdown spot for the Jags. Following that,
Bang! Bang! And the kid's on the bus.
Jacksonville
And we'll
in
see
a
you
rout.
next week.
Give me the Niners.
Spots available.
it's been great. It's been great.
So now you know you get another week on the couch every time.
Giants.
You just disagree with me and the
And
big
you're
dog.
allowed to be here. You're allowed to be here.
You throw darts at the boss, you're welcome.
Giants.
Got him.
Wave at him.
Giants at Arizona. Arizona -3. Another game that who cares about? No one. Give me the G, man. I don't know. Arizona stinks too.
Can I take nobody?
In
I'm
Arizona.
gonna let it.
In Arizona.
Give me the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why you would bet this game.
As I
Yeah. Don't bet it. Don't bet
Don't
it.
bet it.
Spielman, don't bet it.
I just
Don't bet it.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit, but give me the Cardinals.
Okay, 4:25 game. Obviously, there's no night game tonight. 4:25 game, elimination game for whoever
For both.
loses. Seattle at Dallas. Dallas is -4.
Look at
Give me the pedigree. Give me the pedigree.
Seahawks +4.
Is that Seattle?
Yeah, give me the pedigree.
Hawks!
Give me the pedigree at the quarterback position. I'll take that in a game like this. You know what I mean?
I'll take Dallas.
Oh.
I think Zeke's going to run all over him. I really do. Just like Gurley did last week.
I listen. They've never. They don't. Every time they've been embarrassed over the last, say, 5, right? They come out and win the next Sunday.
No, I agree with you on that.
I think you get I think they cover. Now, I'm not saying they're going to win the game. They cover that 4.5. This game's a field goal game.
Yeah,
it's a field goal game. It really is.
When they threw from the penis line, I think they won week 1 the next year. That wasn't a shot at you.
Oh no, I know. I didn't call a play. So, I hate the Seahawks.
Anytime there's been a disaster in Seattle, I think they do bounce back.
Yeah, I go Seattle too.
And what better way to bounce back against the Roach is?
Yeah, it's a bounce back for Seattle this week.
I'd like to see Seattle
Pove in his
beat
hat.
them, but and then we can do tomorrow's if you want to, right? We can do that.
Yeah.
Well, obviously we all know what the Eagles one is, but then you got Pittsburgh at Houston. Pittsburgh -9. No Antonio Brown. Hopefully you're in a championship and you got Le'Veon because you're licking your chops.
I do not.
I'd say Le'Veon has a monster day and Pittsburgh rolls.
Oh, Wilson. Playing against him in both legs.
I know. I'm so sorry to hear that. I don't know what else to tell you.
Oh, my God. Feel like a member. Oh, I can't say it. Like a resident of San Francisco right now.
What I missed it. Sorry.
He's in a bathhouse over there. I don't know what's going on. Oh, shit. Do you want to be like Pitt -9 at Houston?
Yes. Yeah, easy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, roll, steal, roll.
And then Philly -9, I'd say load up.
Load up,
Philly,
yep.
Yeah, Philly.
Yep, I agree.
Philly.
Robbie, I'm just going to read these out, and then we don't have to change them. So I'll read Rob's questions. Here we go, and we'll run through them. What Philadelphia player embodies who you guys are the most? Or embodies the city, that you would say? Like, Allen used to embody the city because what did Allen do well? He left it all out there. He was a hard worker, lunch pail guy.
Did you just take the job away from Pat?
I know.
This is 5 questions with Pove. I mean,
Because the DB can't answer, so it's like, okay, give him the headset.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was just making
I
it
wasn't
easy.
thinking about the no headset thing.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
was. Like, I'm a step ahead. This is why I own it, and you're a guy. So
it. Yo,
I'll continue to do what I do, and
I seen
continue
it.
to show up.
He
all
always
the time.
talks about how I take shots. Any opportunity.
Of course. Of course. I feel like I was reading something, and shots were being fired
Yeah.
at
I
me,
didn't
and I
even hear
missed
the question.
them. So, I mean, I don't even
It's
know what I was.
because you were too busy into your phone.
Yeah, I didn't even hear the question.
too busy.
I feel like he was getting screwed, so I didn't listen.
Oh,
I didn't listen.
I'm
I'm sorry.
fucking him.
I didn't listen.
I'm fucking him.
I blocked it out.
Unbelievable, you guys.
Philly athlete, something. Yeah.
Embodies who Philly is the most.
Besides,
Anybody. Anybody.
Current player?
Yeah.
I'd have to go Embiid. I mean, he can not just because he connects with them really well, but I mean, you see, like, look in the OKC game, like how hard he played when he's tired, he's hurt, and he's still finding ways to make big plays to keep the team in the game late. So right now, I go Joel Embiid.
Dr. J.
I think
the doctor.
I like to piggyback on back of that, but I won't. I'll pick a different guy, but I do agree with JoJo. I don't know, man. I'm going to say
Tough, huh?
it is tough.
It is. There's a lot of good
tough.
guys. For me, it's Doctor or Schmitty. It could be Schmitty. We're baseball guys. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's not Current, though? I can
it's
go
Current.
Current. I'm sorry.
Garrett.
Yeah,
I'm all over the place.
Current's tough. I don't know. I just because I'm going to say Wentz, because I just love the kid's attitude and the way he goes about his business, well, minus the injury, obviously.
Of course. JoJo's the guy.
Yeah. It's not a double. I'll tell you
I
who
mean,
it isn't.
JoJo's-
It's not a double.
It's definitely not doable.
I didn't think anybody was going with Dougal.
Cole in that stocking, I'll tell you that.
We'll say Kapler.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
right through my heart.
All right, we didn't even
Kill
get
shot.
we didn't even get into the bowl predictions.
Yeah, look,
for the four major.
Sometimes we just roll along a little bit.
But we'll tie it in the who wins it all. We'll tie this question to say who wins it all.
Well, why don't we just say who wins on – because the championship won't be till after our next show.
Okay, so who wins the 2 games?
Oh, give me Oklahoma.
I'm right with you on Oklahoma.
I knew you love your.
I love my
Baker.
I love baking cookies.
And the other game's Clemson, Alabama, right? Give me Clemson.
Georgia, Clemson.
Oklahoma, Clemson.
Georgia, Clemson for me as well.
Right with you, Oklahoma, Clemson.
I'm Oklahoma, Bama. People don't think they should have been in there. Watch them beat Clemson.
No.
Yeah, I mean, people are like, oh, they shouldn't have been in there.
Who
Watch
doesn't
them
think
go.
they should be in there?
No, you do your complaints. There are people that complain about it. I'm not saying it was me.
I think they're favorite.
They probably should be. They probably should be. I'll take Bama. I'll take chances. Their defense was banged up. They'll be healthier by the time that game takes place. So
Bring your own guts. That's my guy.
BYOG?
That is my guy.
Yeah,
Bring your
he's
own
a guy.
guts, buddy.
I love Baker, so Oklahoma's going to win it all. We're not there yet, but we'll get there. Evan Longoria is the latest MLB player changing zip codes. Who has been the biggest acquisition so far in the all season?
It's the Jeter debacle of Stanton, of course. I mean, when you have the reigning MVP, whether you believe in that whether he should be or not, like the numbers were there, you know what I mean. But you know how I feel and others feel about it should just be changed into the most outstanding player. You know
I
what
think
I mean?
you
Like
look right
you're
there.
the man, most valuable player. The Marlins, stunk. They didn't have their head out of the stand, peeking at a playoff spot. You know what I mean? So how valuable were you there? Giancarlo, all right, but you would have to say that's a monster splash, especially when you don't have to give up. You had to give up, 2 jelly beans and a fucking nickel. Thanks, Jeets. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
2 jelly beans and a nickel.
Fuck.
I look right. I'm looking right at the Cardinals. I think it's Ozuna to me. I think Ozuna really.
you are Marcel.
I think Ozuna really gets to be like, oh well, it's Giancarlo, and then like people look at Ozuna and Yelich like they're just guys. Ozuna's a pup, a stud, and I think you look body of work. He's had a better body of work than Stanton because he's on the field. I mean, the thing with Stanton is you can trade for him, give him all the money in the world. Last year was something that you never see. He was actually on the field. He's usually banged up year in and year out. Ozuna, Yelich, them 2 guys, I would take over Stanton any day of the week because I know they're playing 160, 158. I love Ozuna. I love the Cardinals going and getting him. That's my move of the offseason. To me, it's easy to stay Stan because
Ozuna's a good move.
I love the Ozuna move. It's quiet. It's under the radar because of the Stan.
I think
that's the winner.
I think
that's the winner.
Sweep's got a little boned up when that happened. I think.
No, he should because really.
For 2 days, I kept trying to run into Chrissy. I was like, "Hey, I got something. I gotta use this. I gotta use this. I gotta use this. Jesus.
Now or never.
B, go to sleep. I gotta use this.
Scrooge.
Oh, while we're at this, can you bring up Ozuna's stats for me real fast? I just want to see him one more time. Okay, I'm ready. But he's like to me, that outfield was the best in baseball in terms of numbers. To me, it was always Yelich and Ozuna. To me, I would take over Stanton, and it's just because of the injury history. It's not because of what he is. He's obviously a better player than them guys. But if a guy's not on the field for me, who is he? And like you said, if he's that great, why are they not even – I mean, as for all 3 of them, granted they had no pitching down there, but, all 3 of them rake. I think Ozuna is is a more complete hitter than Stanton is as a whole. I think he is. And I think you give him a chance to be away from Stanton. He's going to have a big year this year, Ozuna. I'm a Ozuna crumb.
You're zoomed up.
Or lover.
Crumb lover.
Number 4, boys. You guys got somebody different?
Freddie Galvis.
Galvis, biggest move.
A little pop in the 8-hole down in San Diego.
Yeah, they're gonna be winning games.
I do like Freddie. I'm a Freddie guy.
They're gonna be winning games.
I like Freddie.
I think that was like 0.1% answer right there, but good for you, DB.
that was
biggest offseason moves.
That wasn't serious. Just to be clear.
That was well thought of.
Will says Carlos Santana.
Yeah.
And by the way, I know that someone was asking about it earlier. I love this Carlos Santana move. You bring a guy that walks. He's been in the playoffs before. He's a good defensive first baseman, and he's always healthy and he's always on base, and he's got pop. So what would you not like out of the guy? Yeah. I know he bats 250. I don't care that he bats 250.
Gets on base.
He gets on base.
Hits doubles. Right only guy
in the last 7 years with 600 at-bats. 600 plate appearances and over a 350 on base every season. Every season.
Switch hitting guy,
Yeah.
get a chance to play at the bank. You get out of the Jake. The Jake is huge. You get a chance to play 82 games in the Citizens Bank. Yeah, Jelly him up for 30, boys. All right.
Easy.
Oh, he should.
And you know what? You show everybody, hey, we're building this into an MLB roster now, and we have a legit MLB guy in the middle of our order. So
Because then you got to attract the 18 guys if you actually want to have a shot at them. You need more than just money.
No, you do. And you need to show guys like if it's Machado you're going to target after the season or whoever, right? But yes, we do have MLB guys on this roster. It's not a bunch of kids, and Carlos Santana's a good start in that direction, and it helps you lure some guys down the road. And that's why you give them 3 years. You might have overpaid for him a little bit. Who cares? It's ours to me. When it comes to baseball and the Phillies or any team at the top 5-10 market, you don't care about money. You got plenty. You're printing it. You're printing it.
First off, I don't care about money at all. Spend everything you want. I don't care.
Number 4. Reggie Bush announced his retirement from football after 11 years. His career was an overall bust, in Rob's opinion, and he's not wrong. And who's your biggest NFL bust, though?
Yeah, I wouldn't say overall. I mean, I guess it wasn't what we thought it would be. I wouldn't
wasn't
call it
every
a bust.
down back.
I wouldn't
like
call
you
it a
expect.
bust. He had 2 1,000-yard seasons, I think.
Yeah.
He had a 100-catch season or 90-catch season
For what he was at USC.
For for what everyone expected of him.
Yeah.
He didn't reach that apex, but he had a solid NFL career.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
solid NFL career. And biggest bust to me goes to like a guy like a Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah,
Ryan
Something,
Leaf.
Ryan
in
Leaf.
that
Yeah.
one.
Absolutely.
I think you can even say Russell bigger than Leaf, just because, in a way, like, Russell was like going to change the game, big, strong, could do everything. Ryan Leaf,
I just think the expectations were too much for Bush. I mean, he's like I said, there's certain guys that are just great college players. We go over this all the time, you know what I mean? And that doesn't take anything away from it. The NFL's a different animal. He's just a little guy, he's a specialty guy.
You're going to go through the tackle for
gonna
11
years.
years?
You're not going to hand him 25 times off tackle. You can't.
But it wasn't fair
You got to get
for
him
us.
in space.
It was fair for us, though, to consider him to be like the game changer in the league, like a guy who's not your thick back. And guess what he did, though, in a way? There was the point. Like, the guy did play 11 seasons, and as a running back, that's hard to do. So he did make, in terms of being a bust from what he was at USC, no question, right? But in terms of like a bust at the NFL, though, he made a ton of money and played 11 years. And most backs, the shelf life's 2.5.
Yeah, it's going to say about 3 years. So.
Now, you wouldn't think he played 11 because sometimes he was, he slipped on the fucking floor in St. Louis last year, and he was out for the year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, that would probably be the last word I used for him. His bust, but he wasn't, wasn't what he was at USC, but I don't think
the dude was also the best college player I've ever seen.
Yes, yeah. So you expected
he was.
You expected
not named Tebow.
He should walk into 11 years playing, but you expect a little bit more consistency, as a playmaker.
I'm sure everyone expected more out of him.
Okay, last one of Rob's 5. 1, 2, 3 ranked the following one-time backup QBs. Who rose up? Who was the best out of these guys, right? Doug Williams, and he didn't put Brady in because Brady's obviously the GOAT, so he doesn't count. So, Doug Williams, Hostetler, or Kurt Warner when he replaced Trent Green.
Warner's
number one in my
Warner's
opinion.
one to me.
Yeah.
I think
with all Super Bowl champs, though. I see.
I know what he did.
I see you working.
He's tying it in the folds for us. Thanks, Rob. At least you can do for us. Yeah, I see what you did.
I go Warner because he had to play the whole year. And Doug Williams is last for me because all he had to play was Super Bowl, and I know he had an amazing swing through 5 touchdowns, right?
Yeah. They were also low.
I think Hostetler was pretty good.
Blind
I
squirrel
thought
finds a
Hostetler
lot.
was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought Haas played well.
Yeah.
Another guy who didn't have to do much though for that
Yeah,
Redskins
yeah.
team, right? He just had to hand the ball off.
That was Giants.
Giants team.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
but so they had a great defense. I think that all of them, except for St. Louis, that one just worked out where Warner had an amazing talent around him and was able to get the ball to him, and then they were
going anyway.
greatest show on turf. You know, what I mean,
They were going with Trent Green, if you remember. They were cruising with Trent Green, too. Things could have been a lot different for both careers if Trent Green never gets hurt because he was cruising, too. And, talk about a guy now, he's making plenty of money. He's doing the analyst gig, so he's fine. But talk about a guy who went from nothing to a Hall of Famer all because of one injury. Really, think about it.
Basically,
he never sees the field ever. If that doesn't happen,
and now you're talking
changed
about
history.
And it's just funny how it comes. Everything is circular. You know what I mean? That was the beginning of the Brady 14-point underdogs. You know,
Yep.
So now you're talking about backup quarterbacks, and here it is. There's Tommy always putting it in your ass right at the.
No, that's what he does. Tom loves assholes. Yep. Loves a good ass.
no lube.
No, strong. How do you rank them?
Warner's one, no doubt about it. Williams, I go two, just because showing up and playing the Super Bowl, like winning it out of the blue like that. I mean, that's incredibly hard to do. I mean, at least the other guys had some kind of time to establish some kind of momentum beforehand.
And he did have a great Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think
5 TDs, I think, right? Yeah, I mean, had to be. That was a roll job too, right? 55-10
but I
or
thought
something.
the dude ran for 200 yards.
I know
I'm not
that.
saying he didn't play.
I know
play
that
well.
Doug Williams threw.
I just thought
he threw 5.
I thought
think,
Timmy.
for
I
sure.
thought Timmy. Somebody ran for about 200. But I hear you.
Rob also in the comments could be Larry Fitz's last home game.
I don't.
Bet
see
Arizona.
I think he comes back.
Yeah, I think he comes back for 2 more. He's had a great year. Yeah.
Greg said.
I don't see it.
Greg said, isn't it funny? All of a sudden, Jacksonville can travel cross country and roll any team. This is the Jags, right? Yeah. And then they go and travel anywhere. That's what defense does. That's what a guy like Jalen Ramsey does for your whole entire defensive roster.
AJ Bouye.
Well, you start with the one shutdown corner and you add on, and AJ Bouye is a pimp too.
Well, they have 2 shutdown corners. Everyone's like, why is their D so good? They have young D line that gets to the quarterback. They signed Calais Campbell, which is a great move because he's a great player. He was a great player for years, right?
Yeah,
and then they have this is a passing leg, and they have 2 shutdown corners. Possibly the 2 best corners in football on the
2
same
pretty
team.
good safeties out there too, and Gibson and Barry Church. So they're not bad on the back end there.
I think Barry Church is just a guy, but when you have 2 shutdown corners.
You have like NFL safeties behind them, so it helps.
Yeah.
Chris Lyons, Williams completed 18 of 29 passes for 340 and 4 touchdowns and a 42-10 win.
He had a monster game. He had a monster day.
Well, listen, that's going to wrap it up for us. Merry
Boy,
Christmas,
Lions, good
everybody. Enjoy time with family, loved ones. Go Birds.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
A little
Be
Christmas
safe.
massacre.
Everyone be
happening at
safe.
the link.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, good night. Let's go, Birds.
Keep your genitals out of the eggnog and be safe.
I'd like to thank Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public
Tom does
accountant.
that. That's why you got shook.
Well, I was thinking,
It's like, Christ, I was already planning on that.
I was like, damn it, now I can't. Gibson Mayer LLC, our certified public accountant. Make them yours. Find them on the web, GibsonMayer.com. Stream Smart Vinny, Scanzano Sports,
DB, good job.
Sports Outlet Inc. DB coming on. He'll be with us here. He'll be joining the big boys on Sundays as we just continue to hammer sports knowledge down your fucking throats. So we'll continue that every Sunday like we do. Next week, I don't know what we're doing. Are we doing Saturday? What are we doing?
I mean, I'd like to still do Sunday if we can. If we have to do Saturday, I'll pull some strings.
I think I can do Sunday. Same
I don't
time.
care.
Same time, same place.
I'm a dad.
I'm here.
I'm all right.
So we'll be good. Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
He said, I'm a
Stay
dad.
off the roads later.
I got dogs, so I don't go
let's
anywhere.
go early.
Somebody's
Stay off
gotta
the
watch
roads
them.
later.
Yeah, I don't want to be on the roads later.
Somebody's got to watch them. Thank you, all our sponsors. Everybody, tuning in, chiming in. You help drive the show. You help make the show. We love you. Merry Christmas.
Deuces.
The best in the business. No notes. Agree, disagree. ATDRadio.com. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgozzo, Brian Wilson, DB. I'm just hitting with DB. I like DB.
That's fun. I like
Rob
it too.
Poe on the ones and twos. Merry Christmas, everybody. We out.
Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These 3 guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.